Beautiful.
Close enough.
Yeah, it's good enough.
All right, let's actually do introductions this time. I'm Eric. I'm the GM. Ash, why don't you go?
I'm Ash. I play Acton Gamby.
Edward.
I am Edward. I play Dr. Stephen O'Neill.
Not a doctor.
I am a doctor. You can't prove it.
Very true. Nick.
I'm Nick, and I play Mouse.
Rebecca.
I'm Rebecca, and I play Bishop.
And Sandra.
I'm Sandra, and I play Myri. O'Neal.
Yeah. Yeah, you
Yeah.
do.
Nick, can I just say, the way you introduce yourself, a little bit sensual, and I digged it.
Doug.
What about me isn't sensual? Let's be real.
Oh,
You
that's
have
quite
to-
a bit. That's quite a bit.
I was going to say you have to sleep eventually, but I don't really believe that.
What?
Huh?
Hmm?
Sorry,
What's
continue.
happening?
I don't know. I don't get that joke.
Okay. So we didn't hand out crew XP yet. So I should do that first.
We handed out XP though.
We did. That's correct. Let me just
Oh man, I am very, very hurt.
Yeah, I bet you are.
Yeah, you're hurt.
I was gonna say,
Meanwhile, I'm
Steve,
lying
you
here with a
hurt.
I
sucking
have
chest wound.
whiplash.
I have a sucking chest wound.
I also have a bullet wound. Thank you very much. And no one described it as sucking last time.
oh, that's right. I don't have any stress because I was traumatized.
You took. Yeah, what did you take for your trauma?
Cold apparently.
Oh, yeah, towards Mouse, right?
No, towards
Oh.
Acton. No,
Oh.
I love Mouse. They're my best friend.
Oh,
Other than my
Mouse has done
roommate and my
nothing wrong.
cats.
Friendship with Acton canceled. New best friend.
And
Mouse.
Mouse.
Okay. Okay.
La, 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 la.
So, at the end of each session, Mark 1 XP or send Mark 2 that I have incurred multiple times. Acquire a new resource, asset, contact, or intel, or expand your influence with a faction using it acquired against the Stygian. I'd say you use that. You definitely did that at least once because you kidnapped someone / saved someone from a kidnapping.
I think that counts.
Probably.
Yeah, do we
Yeah.
know anything about that person?
Not
'Cause
yet.
I didn't think so.
We
We're
were
gonna
more
find
focused
out.
on not
It's all good.
dying.
Yeah.
Now, did that happen
Contend
more than
with-
once, though?
I don't
Well-
think it happened more than once.
So when you expand your influence to the faction, can it also be negatively?
There's no rule that says a doctor can't play basketball.
Because what I'm saying is like, obviously the faction who we helped rescue the person from, we increased our standing with them. But the faction who kidnapped them in the first place, we very much decreased our standing with them. So I
And
was
to
like,
be fair,
if that-
we are now subjects of interest with the police because we filled that clock.
We get
Yeah.
points. We only get XP if we expand our influence with someone.
well, you can
not if we
expand something
damage them.
negatively.
That's true.
Yeah.
Don't worry, this
I'm
next
gonna
one we're
leave it
probably
off
going to
for
get
now.
to.
But because I have a very specific idea for how that'll work, but
Oh no.
I understand the argument. Let's see. Contend with challenge ends above your current station. Boy, howdy.
I think we did that a lot.
Yeah, you definitely get 2 for that.
Woo!
Bolster your crew's reputation or develop a new one. What is your reputation?
Reckless or
you
savvy?
you definitely developed the
Reckless.
reckless reputation.
By definition, I think we're more reckless than savvy.
I think we probably also bolstered our reputation as savvy because though we did get ourselves into a terrible situation, we got out of it pretty well. People were hurt,
Yes,
but it's
we
fine.
did.
People are
Alright,
hurt,
so
but it's
2 from
fine.
express the goals, drives, inner conflict, or essential nature of the crew.
Hi, Rebecca.
I think we advanced, guys.
Yep, that's your inner conflict. So that's a new advancement.
Yeah.
Okay, so to remind you guys how advancements work, you can take a special ability, you can get a crew upgrade, which is all this other stuff, or you can get a new cohort.
Guys, I think we need to get a cohort who has some expertise in medicine.
Yes, please.
Oh, wait, no. Because Whitney, after this last escapade that went so badly, went and watched a bunch of YouTube videos and took some classes at the local community college on bandaging and first aid, and now has the medic ability, and that's what I took when I leveled up.
Nice.
Because she didn't want to be effed up again. I figured I was going to go a couple different places with what my next ability was going to be, and then everything that happened last game happened, and I went, we should have a healer type. Or at least someone who can bandage something up.
who can stop people from dying.
Yeah.
Mhm.
So, yes.
Um,
I'm
All
just
right.
saying. Keep that in mind.
Did we do crew XP last time? Because I'm wondering, when did we get the Echo Strengthens? Because I thought we got that.
We advanced last time as well, because last time went really well. Because remember, last time was the one with the club, and that
that
we
one.
we did a bunch of really good stuff. This time we did a bunch of really
Wait,
bad
no.
stuff.
We got the Echo Strengthens because we already advanced.
Well, I think it took us 2 games to advance last time.
No,
this time
we
just
only
happened to
just
advance.
got it.
We got the Echo Strengthens at the end of the last session because we
Yeah.
definitely got that because I remember Eric justifying it because he was
Yeah.
saying that
Do we think
Oh, yeah.
we assumed we were going to advance even if we didn't go through all of the steps, and then we were just like, oh, this is probably what we're going to want?
Or
I
did
have
you
a
just
feeling
give
we
us
just
a
kinda-
free one? No, you didn't give us a free one.
No, we did not get a free one.
I'm gonna check that. For now, I'm gonna put it back down to 1, and I apologize. That was probably a mistake in my notes. But I'm gonna note down that you have another advancement if you didn't get one last game.
Okay.
Okay.
for the future, do we want to set a policy for when we're going to start, when we're going to give out XP so we don't ever fuck up?
We should always do it at the end of the session
Yeah.
as opposed to the pre. Yeah.
Ideally, yeah. Let's aim for that going forward.
Yeah, it's just
Sorry
easier to
about
remember
that.
everything. No worries.
Let's edit this out of the podcast, guys.
Agreed.
Sure. So right, downtime. So there's a couple of different ways we could do this. The first is, if you guys want to, you could talk to the person you saved from kidnapping / stopped kidnapping before you take all your downtime, or we could start your downtime and then we can mix it into the middle.
Can we do downtime first, just in case the next bit is a little stressy?
Sure.
No, I think it's weird to just have a person sitting there. I mean, real quick, we have to go
Well-
take some naps.
I think it
They
depends
are
on
unconscious.
what the downtime is.
They are
Yeah.
unconscious too.
The justification could be that it takes a while for them to wake up.
And my downtime is going to be recover.
Okay. So, yeah, let's kick that off then with the downtime. Let's deal with the people who are actively dying first. Do we want to do Steven or Acton first?
Let's do Steven. He's more dying.
I am. It's okay, guys. I'm a doctor.
He's
Are
double
we all
dying.
dying in some
Uh,
ways?
Hold on, I'll be right back.
Doctor.
Sorry, all our cats are.
Downtime activities. Here we go. Cover.
Bring Pushkin in here.
Did Rebecca just get up and have to deal with cats?
I don't have a cat.
Oh, I hear someone talking in the back.
It's. I think it's Sandra and Ed.
Yeah,
Their cats are invading.
Okay, I'm back. Sorry about that.
No worries. So Ed, would you like to try and recover a bit?
Yeah, how do I do that again?
Okay,
This is
so
the first real time I've hurt myself, so
it's like a long-term project. You'll see you on your character sheet. You have like a wheel called healing, and every time you fill that wheel, you drop basically a level of harm. So
I drop 1 stress. Oh, the harm goes down. Okay.
Yeah, so how it works in your particular case is like sucking chest wound would become a level 1 harm. Maybe
Okay.
like bruised chest or like bandaged chest. When you fill the clock once. And if you filled the clock twice, it would just drop off completely.
Okay.
So to fill that clock, it works like a long-term project, except you're not the one typically rolling for it. It's going to be your healer. In this case, I guess Rebecca, right?
Hey, you want me to roll a dice to see whether you are better or not? Because that seems.
I think he still rolls.
Nah, it's recovery is like a long-term project. Your healer rolls tinker for a PC.
Oh,
special
oh,
ability.
then good. I have a one.
Oh,
tinker.
tinker?
That's good then.
I can tinker too.
Can I tinker on myself?
You go to the toilet if you're going to do that, mate.
I
You're
can
not
also
actually a
spend.
doctor.
Guys, I've watched a lot of good YouTube videos and taken some classes in stitches.
Guys, I
can
watched
spend-
Grey's Anatomy.
I can spend 1 stress to give an ally plus 1d to a recovery roll.
So can I be like that Russian guy in Antarctica who performed surgery on himself?
Hold on. I'm just going to send this to you guys so you can see the thing.
So, so I think with recover, blah, 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 blah.
You may heal yourself if you have the special ability, but you take 2 stress while doing so. You can also choose to simply tough it out and attempt to heal without any treatment. In that case, take 1 stress and roll 0 dice.
Oh, so she could use how is your finesse?
My finesse is 2.
Oh, so she could roll
And I can
finesse.
spend a stress and roll 3 dice, right? And then
So wait, quick question. Like, are we talking about your special ability or are we talking about downtime?
I sent you guys a special
I-
special ability, which I
yeah.
think
I'm
I can
sorry.
use.
Let me look at let me look at the special ability again.
Because I think downtime for
I said-
recover and then special ability is different.
I sent it in chat.
Yeah.
If that helps.
Yeah. The medic ability.
Mhm.
Because if you used your medic ability to reduce my harm to a 1, oh no, but then you'd have to take stress to help me heal.
Whereas,
But the finesse roll, I don't think I have to spend stress to do unless I push myself. But the plus 1d to the recovery roll, I think
Yeah.
I mean we can try just a finesse roll, and if we think we need more. How many hurt are you?
I am 5 stress and a level 2 harm.
Okay.
Okay, yeah, I did. Okay, so I see how the special ability works now. Yeah, so you can roll a finesse roll to like kind of do some quick triage first aid, and then
And then I would roll
You know.
recover.
and then either you would roll to recover, or I guess you guys could technically get Ramla to do it.
Let me try the finesse roll, and then if we need to, I'll spend a stress to give you an extra D on a recovery roll. How about that? Because finesse I get for free,
Okay.
right?
Yep.
Am I reading that correctly? Okay, let me do that. All right. First roll. Is this a controlled? Because we're at the black site?
Yeah, that's true.
Okay.
Yeah. We're not in a field somewhere.
Standard effect, I assume.
hmm
I don't know why that matters to the roll. Yeah, no bonus die. Okay. A 5!
A 5. Yeah, that's pretty
Nice.
good.
Makes a pretty good success.
Yeah, pretty good. Let me think about what the consequences of that might be.
I stitched my initials into.
That would be friggin' hilarious.
I don't think she's like kind of weirdo, but maybe.
You reduce his level 2 to a level 1, but he gets an infection.
Wouldn't that be just
Permanent.
So kind of
bad?
counterproductive
Yeah.
a little bit.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's my point.
Congratulations, I made you worse.
I maybe don't make it as pretty, and it's just it's like this is my first time doing this on a real human body instead of a pillow.
He's
Instead of a
He's
pillow.
very tender.
So it's like a little bit messy, and it probably hurts a lot. And
Okay.
maybe there's some
Maybe it's as
scarring.
simple- Maybe it's as simple as leaving a really, really terrible scar. Like much worse than it would be if it was at a hospital or something.
Yeah, okay. So that's what we'll do. So instead of the 2 harm, you'll have 1 harm that reads stitched up, and just put in your notes that you have a scar. You have a scar on your chest.
Okay. Does it look like anything?
It's up to you.
It looks like the state of the country of Brazil. I almost said the state of Brazil.
I was gonna ignore that. Don't worry.
So it's all crazy political and
Yeah, it's just like this big wide circle that just like is kind of a mess.
There's the Amazon in there somewhere.
Yeah.
Okay.
I literally just wrote "scar the shape of Brazil."
Very good. Okay, so that's your first downtime. Well, no, that's not even a downtime ability. That's just
That was
mission
leading
doing
into it, yeah.
something. So yeah, what would you like to do for your first downtime?
Well, I've got this long-term project I was thinking about doing.
Oh my god, heal yourself.
That was the long-term project.
Okay, good.
So this is Rolling Tinker.
No, it's a little more sophisticated than that. Unless you have the Physicker special ability, you have to roll 0 dice, which is take 2 and take the lesser one to
God.
heal yourself. Or you can have Rebecca do it again.
I could basically roll 2d6 because it's Tinker, and I could get a plus. I could spend a stress, which I don't mind doing,
So
to give an extra 1d to a recovery roll.
hold on. So what would I be rolling versus Rebecca rolling?
You'd be rolling 2 dice and taking the lesser.
And
she
Rebecca would be rolling.
Just 2 dice.
I will take the stress for you because you did not shoot my car window out
Okay.
like some
not bad.
people who won't be named.
I'll let Rebecca roll.
Okay, I will do that for you
Probably best
because
not
you're
to-
a father and
My child is
a
here.
gentleman. I know.
Like Ramla is here with my child.
I've got to reiterate that I love the fact that at the beginning of last episode you were like, "We're never bringing her here," and
Yep.
then at the end of the episode, it was like, "Well, we're going to bring her here."
Hello.
Okay, so a 5.
What does that do?
Okay, a 5. That is 2 segments of the healing clock, Phil.
Nice.
I helped.
Okay.
Okay, that's your first downtime.
I should probably continue to heal.
Okay. It's the same choice, pretty much.
I'm about to say, you managed to roll that without actually having to take any stress, right?
No, I took 1 stress to get
Ow,
that
you-
extra die.
I thought you would have been rolling 3 dice for Tinker.
No, I only have 1 in Tinker.
Oh,
I have 2 in
shit.
Finesse. Yeah.
Okay. So, hold on. So, why is it that Bishop can roll 2? Oh, it's because of medic. Okay.
The medic thing.
Yeah.
It kind of gives me 2 powers.
Okay.
Use 2 little helpy,
Um,
hospital-y powers.
I mean, I also have a crud ton of stress.
You guys can also spend money to get additional downtime actions.
Do we have money?
You should.
I don't think
Is
I
it
do.
Coin.
With the
I don't have
exception
any
of
coin.
indulging vice, is there any other way to reduce stress?
Not that I'm aware of.
Okay.
Sounds like you might need to do both.
Yeah. Okay, so I'm gonna just try to.
Frankly, I think a lot we're going to have to spend our coin to take extra actions because last heist went.
Awful.
Well, you got something out of it.
Okay, I'm just gonna try to heal myself. So let's roll 2 dice or roll 0 dice.
Yeah, roll. Yeah, 0 dice.
Okay. Oh God. God. Submit. Oh God.
Oh no! Oh
It's not that bad.
It's a
It should be
critical
bad,
fail.
but it's. I don't think there are.
Which one do you want to take?
Oh my god, they're both ones.
I'm thinking the 1.
Okay, so actually, all it says is that on a roll of 1 to 3, you only fill 1 segment.
Oh, that's the least bad thing that it could have been.
Exactly.
Only one segment, seeing as she rolled a 5 and I got 2.
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wow.
This game is kind of unfair. Like
So what happens if you roll a 6?
I think then you.
3 segments.
Oh, so you can't actually roll 4 in one go.
You can get 5 if you roll critical.
Oh, damn.
But there's only 4 segments in it. I guess it would be. Wait, can you overheal?
You would fill a clock and then add 1.
Okay.
You would roll over.
Well, I have no coins because I spent a coin before, so that's my
Yeah, me too.
actions.
Okay. We might be handing out money.
I have 1 coin.
That's fine.
Actually, before I forget, let's do that segment of downtime. So the payoff, which is kind of the good part, at least. So after the score, you earn 2 rep per score. If the score is of a higher tier than you, take +1 per tier higher. Okay. So because you guys did go up against something more powerful than you gain a total of 1, 2, 3, 4 rep. So you're just shy of leveling up your tier.
Dang it.
So that's good.
Almost there.
Hey, Eric.
Also, yeah.
I'm noticing that under coin it says upon crew advancement, each PC gets stash equal to tier +2. Did we do that?
No.
He's getting there right now.
Yeah.
Oh, well, I'm
Um,
saying last time did we do that?
You guys haven't advanced in tier yet, to my knowledge.
Oh,
No,
it's,
this
it's
is the first time.
it's tier advancement because it says upon crew advancement. Okay, never mind.
Does it say that?
Yeah, upon crew advancement, each PC gets stash equal to tier +2.
Fucking weird. I did not know that.
I'm trying to find out where it says that.
On the crew page, directly under
Oh,
the
right.
coin.
Oh, yeah.
Upon crew advance, each piece gets stash equal to tier +2. The fuck? I've never seen that before. And it's also a really strange rule. Because you guys advance so much. And you don't.
To be fair, we're probably going to be spending a lot of money on reducing stress.
Yeah,
Yeah.
If last game was any indication.
I mean, it's important in this game because it's going to determine what happens when we retire our characters.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And
Okay. Well, let's play it as written for now. So, we'll say you guys just advance. So, each PC gets stash equal to tier +2. Oh, that's different than coin. Okay, I see what it means.
What the hell's stash?
So stash is like investments and stuff like that. So it's a little
It's
more
next-
like it's harder to actually access as coin. It's like it kind of determines your living standard and so on and so forth.
Okay.
So like if you see underneath stash, underneath coin, there's like all these rows of stash.
hmm
So technically, you guys would be at 4, I think, by now.
4? Isn't it? Oh, yeah. Right.
Do we mark that on our individual sheets or on the
Yes,
crew
your
sheet? Okay.
individual sheets.
yeah, because it's possible for us to spend stash, just
Right.
not
It's
as
at like a
easy
rate
as
of
coin.
yeah, it's like at a rate of like 2 to 1 to cash it out. I think.
Because it's kind of we're liquidating our asset.
Mhm. Cool. Back to this. So that's the first part of payoff. You also earn coin based on the nature of the operation. So I'm going to say for this job, you guys actually, Ramla does reward you with 4 coin. So you guys can take 1 coin each or put it in the crew chest or whatever. Considering that you did rescue someone, and she takes that as a significant advancement in your investigation.
So, quick question. When we, just to justify this, when we got the woman out of the back of the van,
Hmm.
Did we not also take that money full of cash?
No. Did
No?
we steal?
I thought we
No,
stole
we didn't
something
rob
from
a
the back of the
bank.
van.
No,
No, I
think
thought we
left
robbed the
money.
van. Oh
No,
fuck!
no. Remember, we left my my little
Your bot.
my bot.
Oh
in-
yeah.
Sure,
There's
aren't
one
you
on the
a
truck and there's one in the bag.
pop?
Oh yeah.
Get it together.
Yeah, what is the
been
matter
2
with you?
weeks.
Okay.
I'm the
So-
criminal. You're the cop.
Ex-cop, thank you.
Nice. All right. So everyone gets 1 coin from that. What else?
We've been skipping entanglements.
Yeah, because I'm doing something different with entanglements.
All right. Awesome.
So, but heat.
Yeah.
Oh boy, heat.
Oh God.
We have police
After
heat now.
or conflict with opponent, your crew takes heat. Add +1 heat for a high-profile situation or well-connected target.
Yeesh.
+1 if the situation happened on hostile turf. Add +1 heat if you're at war. And +2 heat if killing was involved. You did manage to not kill anyone.
That's true.
But I will say that the heat was loud and chaotic, so that's at least 4.
I wonder if it was the gunshot through my car window that was loud and chaotic.
Wait,
Hey,
Eric, wouldn't you say that it's more contained because of Mouse's work in trying to make sure it was contained?
Nick, as much as I want to agree with you, didn't we have essentially a gunfight and a car chase at the same time?
And yeah,
There's no like you could contain it, but like that was loud and chaotic.
But the police were not involved. The police do not know about it.
Here's what I'll say.
the police somewhere. Somebody called the police at some point.
Yeah.
I mean, the police know about it now, but they didn't know about it at the time. All right, fine.
Exactly.
It's not chaotic.
So here's what I'm gonna do. Usually I put this all into the retaliation clock. What I'm gonna do instead is I'm gonna put half of it into the retaliation because Mouse did kind of like divert some of the heat away from you guys.
Thank you, Mouse.
Cheers, dude.
And I do want to reward that foresight, and the other 2 will go into standard heat.
Remember when I said I love clocks? I don't think I love clocks anymore
Exactly.
because they're mean-looking clocks.
Yeah.
It's because they're red.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Police suspicion seems to be quite low.
Oh, does it?
Yeah. It's quite nice.
It's full.
Entanglements. This is as good a time as any to deal with this particular clock, this little police suspicion clock that you guys might have noticed.
Oh no.
So as you're gathered at the black site, bandaging yourselves up, someone turns on the TV to the evening news.
Oh,
It says, "Our top story tonight: the Toronto Police Service has released details of an attempted bank robbery at a Sunnyvale branch of Elm Capital Bank and Loans that left at least 1 security guard in critical condition. They have released descriptions of the would-be robbers, one of whom has been, according to the police, linked to several other suspicious incidents. A police sketch has been released for this individual." Then on the face scratches on the screen flashes a quick sketch that looks kind of like Acton.
Oh!
God damn it.
Damn it.
He is considered to be armed and dangerous, and is
Oh,
likely
really?
working and is likely working with at least 2 or 3 other accomplices.
Oh
Members
my
of the public
God.
are advised to contact the police immediately if they see this individual. Now on to our next story. But
It's
yeah,
nice
so
to have
that's-
the face of this crew.
I think Bishop
so how
is
does
just like
everyone react to
stitching
that?
up Steven, and she just like looks at the
Oh,
TV.
that's actually that's the reason why I have the Brazil scar.
It's because I'm
You're
stressing
distracted.
out. I'm distracted. I'm looking at the TV, looking at Acton, looking back down at Steven, looking back up at Acton, and then like not trying not to say anything.
Hey, Rebecca, I have something for you.
What is it?
There you go.
I have to open up my phone to see what you sent to Discord.
A pepper grinder? I don't.
I don't get it.
Oh, it's because she's salty.
Oh.
I am
Right,
salty.
guys,
That's fine.
I quit. See you later.
All the all the spices in the world, and you choose to be salty.
Mhm. Very nice. So yeah, so now, kind of obviously, it's going to be a little harder for Acton to hide in plain sight. People
Yeah.
might just notice him as a consequence. And there is an active police investigation into your guys' crew and trying to figure out where you are, who you are, that sort of thing.
Well,
We
poop.
teleported.
It's a good thing
You
I know
did
it.
teleport, so it's not going to be an easy investigation by any stretch of the imagination.
Eric, did you already put our heat in?
Yeah, I did.
All right, cool. So we're not wanted yet officially.
No.
Oh, God. All right, cool.
Oh no.
Acton
I like
is
that
at
Nick
least
said-
wanted for...
I like that Nick said yet, because it's gonna happen.
I think it's more that Acton is a person of interest that the police
Yeah.
would like to talk to.
Exactly. Talk to with bullets.
God damn
Anyway.
it.
All right. Next up, so that's entanglements. Okay, so now we can officially move into downtime again.
Okay.
So, Steven, you have a little more coin now. Do you want to spend that coin again?
Oh, to do more actions?
Yeah.
No, I'm almost healed, and if I get any more downtime, I'll be able to heal.
Okay.
I kind of want to see what's going on first
Okay.
before I make any decisions.
All right. Should we do Actons then next?
Okay. He is in no way going to expect Bishop to heal him, so he is going to not ask, but he's going to recover. And I think you said Ramla can help with that, can't she?
Yes, she can.
Yeah. So he's like while Bishop's working on Stephen, Ramla's working on Acton.
Mhm.
And it's just like just stitching up the wound in his arm, and he is like he's really quiet, which is not unlike him, but he is really quiet and sullen, and he just sits there with his hand like up against his chest while it's being stitched, and then the other one is a bottle of tequila that's just sort of kept there, and he's just like every now and again like taking a swig of it every time it hurts. And then Ramla snatches it away from him and pours a little bit on his wound to disinfect it, I guess.
Nice.
Yeah. Before putting it away out of reach. And then Acton just sort of looks at her really sort of disheartened. So if you remember when they first met, he was really in awe of her, and that's not changed. He really is still in awe of her, and not more than anything, but he really does feel like he's let Ramla down, and it's come to this point, and he's just sitting there sullen and pissed off at himself, and he just like under his breath, just so that only Ramla can hear, he just says, "I fucked up." That's the recovery roll.
Okay. Go ahead and roll a fortune roll with 2 dice.
No, nothing in the notes. Double 3.
Double 3. Okay. So yeah, not.
I heal by 1.
Yeah,
Alright.
you heal for 1.
Can I do it again for my second? I've got so much stress. No, yeah, I'll do it again for my second.
Okay, go ahead.
God, you better be a double 6, you son of a bitch.
Come on, double 1.
A 5 and a 6. Damn it! It's a 5.
Ooh, there we go. So it's a 6.
Is it? I don't roll the lowest.
Yeah. No, you don't take the lowest.
Yeah, it's only for healing that you take the lowest.
Oh, okay.
And you're not healing yourself. Ramla's healing you.
Oh,
So,
okay. Oh, my God, for that.
so it takes a while, but that'll take 3, and that'll get you good to go, relatively.
Yeah. Well, so isn't that 4 now? Because it was 1 and then 3.
Yeah, so that fills your clock. So Whiplash goes away.
Yep.
And The 2 becomes a 1, labeled bandaged arm.
Isn't that a Spice Girls song?
When
I have no
two
idea.
become one.
Thank you. I like that it was me and
Beautiful.
Ed who do that.
Probably
and
because
then-
we're best friends.
damn right we are.
Boy.
Could
Boy, howdy.
I'm not even sorry for starting this.
I want to spend my remaining coin on indulging my vice.
Yeah, before you do, though,
Yeah,
Ramla, as she's bandaging you up, she kind of smiles at you and says, "You did what you thought you had to do to protect your friends, and it's not so much when we fuck up, it's what we do afterwards that counts."
Oh. He doesn't reply. He stays silent. He doesn't know what to say.
Okay. She pats you on your arm after you're all bandaged up. And yeah, now you can go indulge your vice.
Sorry, just FYI, I am on call this weekend, so if I just sort of go silent, I'll just reply to a text really quickly.
Fair enough.
I'm just trying to think how I indulge my vice.
It's novelty, right?
Yeah, so it's gonna be like he can't go anywhere. He's got like bandaged arm, and people will see him. So his indulging his vice is like it was last time. Is going to be online shopping. So whilst he's recovering from the bullet wound in his arm, he while everyone else is getting sorted, and I imagine there is like minor surgery going over to my left where Stephen's getting the bullet taken out of his chest. He is looking at his phone, and he is just like on just random like websites for like gadgets and different things that he thinks like he really likes.
Could he look for like nice masks so that he can go outside in public and not get spotted?
I mean, that is a good idea. Also, I really thought you were going to be salty and just say, "A new car."
I also thought that.
I've been like holding on to the salt, but I thought of a way I could reduce speed on Acton, and I'm not
Letting
going to do
build
it.
up.
Yeah, so like, that's not a bad shout. He's gonna look for disguises.
Okay, what kind of disguise? Do you just want a mask, or
Well, no. So there's going to be 2 different kinds of disguises. One for like bank robbery, which are going to be like balaclavas and stuff like that. And here, like before I do buy them online, guys, what do you think about like balaclavas with like a symbol of a rook on them?
We're not indulging this with you.
I'm not
Fine.
doing this.
Fine.
I'm not
Fine.
a criminal. I'm a Lyft driver.
Well, technically
I'm
you're
a
both.
doctor.
No, you're
I
not.
deliver Postmates. I walk dogs. I don't
Um,
rob banks.
Excuse me. So it's that it's going to be like balaclavas and stuff to hide their face, but also just like hats and like sunglasses and like very Captain America, the second one where he's like hiding. He's just got like sunglasses and a hat on and like the
The
typical.
traditional civilian look.
Yeah, like it's just going to be that because it works.
okay? So I'm gonna add 2 items: balaclava, and also let's say,
Disguise.
yeah.
Oh, Eric, that reminds me. In terms of items, all of our items say a heavy rifle when it's meant to say a heavy weapon.
Oh. That's weird.
I've already fixed it on mine, but I just wanted to point it out so everybody else had it too.
Yeah, that's true. Okay, yeah. So how that'll basically work is you can take additional load if you want to put on a balaclava or a disguise.
Cool.
It won't be fine, but it'll at least like make it so you make it slightly less likely that you get spotted.
I mean, if I'm wearing a balaclava, I'm not going undercover. Like it's.
People are
People
gonna
don't say- Yeah, it's like there's a guy in a bank with a balaclava. So yeah, and so then so I indulge my vice.
Yeah, so roll dice equal to your lowest attribute rating. So
Cool.
I think you have
I have 0 in prowess.
no, you have 2 in prowess. It's the
Huh?
it's the
Oh, right. Oh.
pips on
Oh,
the
yeah,
left
yeah.
side.
No, yeah,
So I think it's 2. Mm-hmm.
6353.
Wait,
Nice.
how'd you roll?
Wait.
I said
I
roll
don't
2
know.
dice.
Oh, right. Shit. I think I rolled 2 bonus dice. My bad.
That's
Let me do that
6-3,
again.
right?
I would like to say 6-3, but let's do that again for fairness sake.
Oh, it's gonna be 1-1 now. I just know it.
Really is. 1, 2.
Okay.
I think I might cheat a little bit here.
No, don't. It's fine.
Don't let him off.
No,
He
that's,
broke my car.
Wow, Ash, you rolled
Ease up with
6
the
and
car.
3.
He rolled a 1 and a
Just-
2. God.
edit out. No, it's fine. It's a 1 and a 2. Let's just go with it.
All right, so
Yeah,
you
it'll
clear
make it
2
more intriguing.
stress.
I get rid of 2 stress. Nice.
Yeah, because it's the highest die roll.
Yeah. I have 1, 2, 3, 4. I have 6 stress. Oh, man.
Okay. Woof. That is harsh. All right.
Taco's good out here for the rest of this episode, guys.
All right. Okay. Who would like to take their downtime next?
I can. I have some ideas. The first one is I want to Can I reduce heat even if that clock is full? The police suspicion one.
Oh yeah, definitely.
Okay. All right. Here's what I'm thinking. I think. God, I don't know if this would make us more suspicious or less suspicious, but I think Bishop wants to go in to the police station. Isn't it
yeah.
called the Pink Palace? Yeah. But she's just
Okay,
gonna
the
walk in.
police
She's just
HQ.
gonna- and she is going to she wants to file a police report for her car being she was mugged and her car was stolen. Yeah, she was carjacked. And she is going to describe someone who is like approximately Acton-esque, but mention a very large dragon tattoo on his neck that she saw, which I don't think Acton has, right? Do you have any weird tattoos that I should know?
I do not. Not any
Okay.
weird tattoos.
Okay. She's going to mention the giant Ed Hardy-esque dragon tattoo on his neck and throat and be like, he stole my car. I don't know what happened to it. He kind of looks like that guy I saw on the news, and I don't know what to do. And she will go through the appropriate steps to like get a new like driver's license and be like, oh yeah, I was carjacked, even though she wasn't. She
Okay.
was in a way carjacked. Just
Right.
situation.
Which action do you think you're using to do this?
God, the bad thing is I think it's sway, but I don't have anything in sway.
You keep trying to sway people
I
until you
don't
don't have it.
Carouse, maybe?
I have consort.
I mean, she is straight up lying.
I am lying, which I think is sway. Yeah, deception.
Sway is trying to like convince someone a little bit. I would see an argument for finesse
Okay,
with maybe slightly reduced effect, but yeah.
I could do that because I'm just like going through the motions of
Yeah.
as if I had all my shit stolen, even though I haven't had any of
Okay.
it stolen.
Employ subtle misdirection is on the finesse, so I guess.
Yeah.
Okay, is that cool?
Yeah.
If I
Go
do
ahead.
finesse? Okay.
That
Do you want me to
sounds
do a
legit.
reduced effect?
Yeah.
Okay. So that would be limited effect. Oh god, you guys, I hate rolling dice. I'm so
5 and a
What did I
1.
get?
Okay.
Yay! That's all.
With a 5, it's 2 reduced.
Okay. I don't hate that. I thought about something that would help me with acting. Also, that might have been sway. I was gonna like. So one thing that happens when police put like mugshots online is that everyone gets in the comments like saying that like on Facebook saying like, oh, I saw this person, blah blah blah. Oh, he looks like a loser, da 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 da. And I was just gonna get in there on a bunch of Facebook accounts and be like, oh, I saw him here, and like
So,
lead the way.
so you're pulling a Russia.
Yeah,
Damn.
like Ukrainian teenagers.
Get political up in here.
No, it was Macedonian teenagers, right? Anyway, that's what I was gonna do, but I decided that was too nice to act in. But I will, I still want to lead the police away from our group.
Okay.
So, okay, and then I think I'm debating whether I should train or start a long-term project. And the long-term project in this case would be getting a new car.
Yeah, that's fine. I will help you with this. Yeah, cool.
Can you? Is that something you can help with?
Yeah.
I'm going to help you with it.
In
Yeah,
this
it's fine.
particular case, I'm saying you can all help each other buy new cars.
Thank
Is
you.
it possible? Is it possible to make it like a crew thing?
Yeah, I'll probably put it on the crew sheet.
Okay. All right, then that's what I'm going to work on or start. So it just says roll a trait. Do I decide? Is that like?
Yeah, you
Yeah.
decide how you do it, and then you decide which trait applies to how you're doing it.
I would guess either it kind of goes under Tinker, or maybe this is Consort, where it's like, oh, I know the car dealer where I got my last car and whatever, or
What you trying to do
Yeah.
again?
I'm getting a new car.
Buy a new car. I would say Tinker is like you're fixing up an old car, and Consort is like getting a good deal on a used car.
Okay, maybe I know someone through my like Lyft, Uber like network who knows where I can get a good deal on a safe, reliable vehicle.
I could see Hunt working for that.
Yeah, that would also work.
Shh, don't offer things I'm not good at.
I'm just saying. I was saying it could work.
Yeah, hunt a target, I guess, but I don't know. I'm better at consorting with my network of gig economy people. Okay, so do I just roll that as controlled standard?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Sorry I ask every time. I just get nervous that I'm going to roll the wrong thing and everyone's going to laugh at me. Yeah, I got a 6!
Nice. Also, Rekko, yeah, I get it. Welcome to my life.
Okay. How much do you get from that? So 3.
3.
So you can fill in 3 segments of that clock. I'll do that for you.
Okay. I was going to say, I don't know how to
So
make
you're-
clocks.
So you're halfway through your car search at the moment.
Okay. We could always rent a car for the next one. For the next
remember, you
mission if we
can-
need it.
I'm pretty sure you will at least have a new car. I don't know about Myri having a new car
I
yet.
could rebuild us a car.
It's just like a spider car with like legs. and
Are you
walks.
telling me that would not be amazing?
Oh my
That
god,
would be
a Wild Wild
amazing.
West
It would also
scenario.
not be subtle.
All my
Um,
dreams. That might be
but,
good. I want to watch that later.
No, it's not. But anyway, reminder.
Can I
you
just
can
say,
spend-
describing these spider cars just reminded me of Wild Wild West.
That's what I was talking about.
Yeah.
Oh, just wait. Just you wait.
Oh god.
So
Stop.
So real quick, you can just a reminder that you can spend coin to take another downtime action, or you can actually spend it to increase the result of your roll. So you can bump it from a 3 to a 5.
Ah,
Oh, yeah, and that makes sense because it's buying a car.
oh,
So, how many coin do I have now?
Rebecca, don't do it. I got you covered.
Okay.
She does
Okay.
have 2 coin now, which
I
is
have
why
2
I'm
coin.
pointing it out.
Got you covered. I
could
made
let you
a
do
promise. I made a promise at the end of last session that I will get you a new car.
Mouse. They're the best. They're my best friend. Okay.
Are you stressed out at all?
I have
No,
been
you're not,
stressed from
'cause you
helping
took trauma.
Steven, but because I took trauma. This is the least stressed I've been since we started the game.
Awesome.
Weirdly enough.
Marvelous. I'm just a civilian starter pack. I just saw that.
You like that?
That's great.
Did you
Okay.
also see my question to you?
Probably not.
Did we gain intimacy last game?
You gain 1 intimacy at the start of each game.
Right. I wasn't sure if we'd done that or not.
I just did it, so
Okay.
you're fine. Thank you.
Cool.
Is that your downtime then, Bishop?
Yeah, I think I'm done. Those are my 2 actions, right? Yeah.
Okay. So we have Mouse and Myri left.
Myri can go first.
Okay.
Unmute yourself, please, Sandra.
Oh, you can't hear me?
Nope.
Hello.
hello.
There you are. Hi.
Hi. All right. So what are we doing?
So it's your turn to do downtime stuff. As a reminder, you no longer have a car.
Okay.
So you could work on that. You're not really stressed out at the moment.
We're only down one car though.
I
We
actually
still
have
my car.
I have no stress.
Okay.
Yeah.
Show off.
I don't get stressed out. It's all about positivity. Yeah, I mean, I would assume getting a car is something that I would want to do.
Mm-hmm.
So I guess I'll work towards that and making sure my husband doesn't die because I still need to put out a life insurance policy on him first.
Good plan.
That's
Yeah.
the long-term project.
Yeah.
Okay.
So, yeah.
So to work on that long-term project, I could see an argument for you could do what Rebecca did and do like consort. I'd also see like study maybe or survey, because survey is kind of like the looking around tool.
Okay.
Study is like, I don't know, looking stuff up for like prices.
All right.
Depends on how you want to do it.
I guess I'll do study to look around for prices.
Okay.
Oh, that's good. That's a good idea.
Let me see if I remember how this works. I click on my character sheet, and then I click on the thing, right? So study in this case. What's my position?
Controlled.
Control. Okay. FX standard.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. No extra dice. Submit. What do you get?
All right, a 2. So not fantastic.
That's a critical 2, though.
It's a critical.
Oh
two.
my
So much
god.
better than a regular 2.
You do a stunt. Unfortunately not.
I pushed the enemy back.
I think her problem is she doesn't know cars.
Yeah, so you go on like Kelly's Blue Book and you're like, I have no idea what I'm doing.
I know.
All right,
looking-
Trevor. Sounds great.
I'm looking for it to have wheels.
Exactly. So it only fills 1 tick. So you're like 1/6 of the way for your
Okay.
first downtime. But you got another downtime action, or you could spend coin to do more, or increase
Okay.
the effect.
How many clock thingy slices does the thing have?
It has 5 left.
Okay, so it's 6, 5 left. No, just 5. Stop it. Stop it.
I've got it here on the crew sheet.
Oh, okay.
Don't worry.
All right. What else am I doing? Teddy, what else am I doing?
I don't know. You tell me what you're doing.
I don't know. Is Steven healed?
He's
Most
not
of-
completely healed.
Do I need to yell at any medical professionals?
No.
That would be me, and I would like you to not.
I love the idea of helping.
Did I listen to the news broadcast about Acton?
Oh yeah, everyone was there for that.
Okay, then I will just spend my time just being very disappointed in him.
It's just like having a mother all over again.
Yep,
Nice.
you done fucked up.
You
No.
could use the other downtime to heal Steven again if you wanted.
You could also acquire an asset, start a long-term project. You try to reduce our heat.
Do we have a lot of heat?
We have a lot of
Yes.
heat.
Oh, okay, yeah, I'll give that a shot. What do I do?
Okay, so how do you want to go about kind of reducing some of the heat on your crew? Rebecca, for example, went into the police station and made a police report that kind of, with the idea of throwing them off a bit.
Ooh. Well, I mean, I guess I was there. I can sort of back up her report, I guess.
You could say like you were also in the car and like you also saw. You could also make a statement in support of that.
Yeah,
Yeah.
to be fair, we did burn and river our car as well.
Don't talk to me. I'm upset with you.
What?
You could say that your car was also stolen by an accomplice of his.
There you go.
Yes.
And that way,
Just describe someone totally weird and random.
Yeah, I can do that.
He was this weird guy who wears goggles on his head all the time. He's bald.
He is.
He's
He's
my
a,
husband.
no. He's a doctor.
Oh, you monster! You probably shouldn't describe the guy that carjacked you as a doctor. It doesn't make any sense.
Well, the thing is, Teddy, your character is not a doctor, so you'd be
I
ruled out.
I'm a doctor.
They'll be like, "Oh, you fit the description. Are you a doctor? You're not." They move on.
Nice.
Yes, I'll just do that.
Okay, go ahead and roll finesse for me.
Oh, it's gonna. Oh, I have finesse. Assuming controlled.
Yeah.
All right. 5-3.
That's good.
5. 5 is good. That reduces the heat by another 2 ticks.
Nice.
All right. So yeah, you guys are down to a more reasonable 3 heat, which is nice. Okay, Mouse, what would you like to do?
Mouse is going to spend 1 action to reduce stress because I have 1 stress left.
Nice.
Holy
good.
crap!
Yeah, do that.
I'm gonna say I'm gonna take a 3rd action probably, but all of my actions right now are all going to be the exact same thing. They're just doing different things.
Okay.
Mouse is doing is the same way that Mouse makes money,
Mhm.
which is basically the Office Space / entrapment scam.
Mhm. Nice.
I like
Just
it.
tiny bits of money off of large purchases, right?
From that or from a bunch of corporations, they just skim rather. Small amounts of money from a bunch of different like corporate bank accounts. Not enough that it's noticeable. It might be something small. It's labeled as something innocuous and stupid, and then it's transferred to a different account that Mouse can use to make purchases and redirect money.
Okay.
And usually it gets transferred between like many different accounts over a small period of time in order to make it a scene. It's harder to track. It's more suspicious, certainly, but it's harder to track. So what Mouse is going to do is, first of all, reduce stress. And the way Mouse does that is to an account labeled as donations to a local like youth center. Mouse has a connection to this, but it's not going to be something that Mouse talks about.
Mm. Backstory.
Mouse is going to start transferring just like a bunch of money to this youth center. The way that I justify this as downtime and as something that reduces stress is this is one of the few things that makes Mouse feel like a person human instead of just like a crazy person running around in this world that everyone doesn't know about. It's like the one thing that grounds them as a person.
Sounds good. I like it. Yeah, study and tinker are the same. So
I'm gonna go with Tinker, and I get the +1
yeah,
using
for
hack.
hacking.
So that'll be old.
Yeah, controlled.
Okay, cool. Effect is standard, and 1 bonus die. All right, cool. Here we go. Oh wait, should this be indulge? I'm sorry, this should be indulge vice and not what I'm thinking.
It's fine.
Should we assume everything is controlled standard unless you tell us otherwise?
Yeah, exactly. Especially for downtime.
Okay.
Oh, what just happened?
It looks like you missed a die, so
I'll try again.
yeah.
2. Wait, should this be 3 bonus dice and not 2 bonus dice?
Oh, it should just be one bonus die. Oh, I know what's going on here. I'm sorry. Because it's not an action that you roll. You, it's your lowest thing, and your lowest thing is 1. So that was actually the correct roll. So
Okay, cool.
4. So you clear equal to the highest die result. So you clear 4 stress.
4. All right, that's helpful. That Mouse is going to do is use that same exact scam to transfer money into an account that will these purchases to actually happen once once Bishop knows which car she wants to buy. This money will allow having to spend any of her own money.
Okay. That will be Tinker with the bonus die.
Cool.
Thank you, friend.
Here to help.
I'd like a Prius.
You chose the car.
Prius. Ooh.
Ooh, okay. Top roll of 5. Yeah, that'll fill in 2 slots. So
My coin
Bishop is.
to boost it up to.
Yeah, you
get
can
that.
spend a coin to get it to just finish it off if you want.
I have a new car. The driver has a car, you guys.
Nice.
Then I imagine Mouse spending that coin is Mouse using money that they have already taken for personal spending to transfer to kind of top it off.
Thank you, buddy.
And then I'm going to spend another coin to take another one. Give some of this money over to Myri as well.
Yay!
You're so giving.
Hear that, Sandra? He gave you money. They gave you money.
Do you money?
Yeah.
6.
6? A lot of money.
For a car.
Okay.
Nicely done.
They gave you 6 monies.
Oh, well, my car is worth 8 monies, though.
I can't hear Sandra.
Oh, my car is worth 8 monies.
8 monies.
But you only need 2 more. So wait, could I spend 2 from my stash to just finish this to finish this off?
That would give you 1 though, wouldn't it?
My car is now worth 10 monies.
So with a 6,
funny.
you gained 3, and then with another 1, I think you would gain 5.
Wouldn't
Yeah,
that boost
it would boost it up to critical. So yeah, if you spend another coin, that would make it critical. So if you have 3 coin to spend.
And the coins in the stash are considered
Yeah.
2 to 1.
It's 2 to 1. So
All right, yeah, then I'll
liquidate
I'll
some
spend 2
axes.
from my stash to finish off my Reese as well.
Okay, cool. So yeah,
Damn, son.
Mouse makes it rain. And your 2 clocks are finished. Congratulations, guys.
Yay.
So once Mouse is done typing away at their computer for a while, they kind of get up and just kind of walk into the next room, and they're just like, "So you guys have the money to do this? Do not expect me to do this every single time we fuck up."
We should rename downtime to damage control because it feels like that's what we spend the entire time doing. Thank you, Mouse. You're my
Interview
favorite.
idea. All right.
Coffee or something.
Yes,
that's
I make.
everyone.
I definitely pick up a coffee for Mouse next time I'm out,
Oh, that's
and every time I'm out.
I like that. Okay, so that's everyone's downtime completed. So I'm gonna say, yeah, let's do this first. Well, I'm gonna say this takes some time. Your downtime. It takes about a week, just for everyone to get bandaged up, to get healed, for Mouse to do all of their stuff, and also for your guest to convalesce. And in that time, some secret things happen. Some secret squirrel.
Oh no, not secret
Has-
squirrel things.
Has our air quotes hostage been unconscious this entire week?
In and out of consciousness.
Did we ever take the hood off of their head?
No.
Yes,
Would you
we
guys
did.
like to? Okay.
Yes,
I thought
we
we
did. I think
No, we did, but we didn't learn what it was.
Okay. So when you take the hood off of this person's head, you see it's a young woman. You can see that she's Fey by her pointed ears. She's got kind of long, curly, red hair, and she's got some tracings of red tattoos going up her arms, shoulder, and into her neck slightly. But yeah, that's what she looks like. And yeah, secret squirrel shit. One second. Okay.
Actually, secret. Oh man.
Acton, where do you live?
I didn't decide this at all, so this is worrying.
Let's go back to the
Yeah.
map. Can we look at the map really
Map.
quick?
France. He lives in
Yep,
France.
let's look at that map.
Why would I live in France?
Or where Mouse lives now. Where's my little marker?
You live in the warehouse district.
See
Or
it.
the and also,
Where-
Myri, if you could decide where you and Steven live.
Oh,
Should we put
I'm
something?
here
Should we
too.
put something down?
where do we live?
I thought we placed pins, did we not?
I see one for Mouse that's purple.
Yeah, I'm moving mine now.
No nameplate. Advanced name. Save change.
I mean, I would assume we live in a nice like neighborhood that has like good schools.
Ooh.
The what is it called? The House Owners Association or whatever.
Homeowners Association.
Homeowner Association is really nice. They don't treat you poorly, and if you want to paint your house like lavender, they'll let you because it's your
Oh, good.
house. You paid for it. Stuff like that.
Good.
All right, my computer freezes every time we go to this map, so I'm just gonna hang back. I don't know why.
Why is this not? Okay. I'm trying to send you something that's being obnoxious. 1 second, sorry.
Okay, I'm literally looking up the best neighborhoods in Toronto. We live in Yonge Eglinton.
That's
Oh my-
fake. That can't be real.
Looking it
Yonge
up.
YONGE-EGLINTON.
Oh, I just put mine. Oh, I realised me and Mouse live right near each other.
It's a business district.
Is it?
Yes.
Oh, so we want, okay. What about Casa Loma?
Someone's
CASALOMA.
typing furiously.
Sorry, that's me.
It has one of the lowest crime. It has the lowest crime in any neighborhood in Toronto. It has good schools, really good health, good.
You guys
transit and housing.
single-handedly upped the crime rate
Yes,
Yeah.
by living there.
I like to think that when you were typing like that, it was like in italics, typing furiously.
yeah, we definitely live in Casa Loma.
So Sandra and Ash.
Yeah.
Did you guys both get your things?
Mm-hmm.
Can we move away from the map if it's still up? Because
Sure.
it makes Chrome freeze for me for some reason. And I'm afraid Audacity isn't recording. I think it is, but there's no way for me to know.
Eric, I put a pin down in the red mark where I live, by the way.
Oh, I was gonna put a pin down. I'll do it later.
If you like it, then you should have put a pin on it.
I'm sorry, you guys. This computer is stinky.
I blame Rebecca.
It's fine.
It's
me too.
okay.
Maybe it's Chrome. I don't know why. It's just that map. As soon as we
Actually,
move to it, my computer crashes.
I blame Ash.
Why is it my fault?
I always blame Ash, or at least Acton.
Actually, that's a lie because you always blame Nick, because so do I, and that's how our friendship forms.
I would never blame Nick.
That's a lie.
Like, all right.
Also, I shared this secretly, but it's up to your guys' characters if you want to show it to anyone.
Oh,
or share
I'm
it.
going to show. I'm going to show the others.
Okay.
What is this?
Charlie.
So like the next day, Star Wipe. I'll like come into to the black site with the note that got delivered to me, or the envelope that got delivered to me, and I will give it to Mouse, and I'll just say, can you do anything with this? Like I got this in the post, and I don't know what to do. It's addressed to me, but about all of us. And then could you just link the note in? Is that all right?
Yeah, sure.
So that you can all read it.
I'll link it in the Discord.
Yeah.
Who did this get sent to?
To me,
Available in
the British one.
Apparently, Myri got it as well.
Myri got a different note that was
Oh,
sent
Eric.
to
might not be the
Myri's
same note.
house.
Oh, oops.
could make it publicly available in the handout section of our of Roll20.
Yeah, Edward, the one I linked to you, I'm only giving to you
Okay. I don't tell anyone about it.
because it's in the family.
I do not tell anyone. Everything is fine.
Yes,
Nothing is wrong.
there won't be any massive consequences from that.
That
I'm
gets
so
folded
glad.
up. That gets folded up and then put in my pocket and then never discussed again.
Okay.
We're gonna discuss it.
We are, not them.
I want a letter, but I'm not going to get a letter because I don't have a home that's publicly searchable.
Yeah, like I was trying to like figure out
Guarantee you,
who
you would-
could have like physical locations in the world that would actually get mail. So
Wait, why does that name look familiar? Hold on, I need to go to the book.
I don't think it's in the book. If it is, I messed up. But anyway.
Here, I'll ask.
Can everyone see the note that was made publicly available?
Yeah.
Okay. So how does Mouse react to it? Because Mouse was the first one that it was shared with, I guess.
Googling.
Yeah, what is it? I didn't get anything.
It
It's in
says,
Discord.
"Sir, you and your associates are invited to call upon Knight Commander Alfie de Gour."
I also was De Guerre.
I don't know.
Daguerre.
Alfie
De
De
Guerre.
Guerre.
All right. And then he has a bunch of titles: Bane of Evil, Slayer of Monsters. It's between the hours of 10 and 4 at the office of the library. This man sounds like a tool to begin with. But we are living in his territory, so
And he's a knight commander.
you know what? Kind of like smile a little bit, and they're going to hand it back to Acton and say, "You go alone."
I think
It
Rebecca,
says we're all invited.
if you wouldn't mind and
No,
give
if
that pepper grinder.
if this is dangerous, one person in our crew deserves to have a little bit of heat on themselves and themselves only.
Oh,
He's
God.
already got it.
Yeah, I wasn't saying we should go. I meant like, do you know who this person is?
Yes,
But damn, all right.
Yeah,
only-
could you
only
study
Nick
this?
has
I don't know who this person is. What?
I figured you could Googleize it, or look on the dark web or some shit.
Googleize it. Is that acting in character? Because that thrills
Yeah,
me.
that's definitely acting.
Googleize
When I
it.
talked to the group about this, I'm realizing this is a bigger issue than I thought it was.
What do you mean?
The thing that you sent me is not a good thing.
Well, can we discuss it as a married couple first?
You put us on mute and keep recording.
No,
Yeah, actually, I would
here's the
love if you
thing.
did that.
Can we? Yeah, if you guys want to do that, you guys can do that. We can also all just like, separate in character from out of character.
Well,
Dramatic.
actually,
Yeah.
Dramatic
how about
irony.
this? Because actually, Eric should listen to this. So what about if me, Nick, and Rebecca deafen ourselves?
No, it's fine.
No, it's fine.
We'll just keep
It's
it.
fine.
We'll keep it out of character. So you guys have your conversation, and Sandra and I won't pay attention to it, or we'll pay attention to it and then just not comment on it. Because
Well, my conversation is for everyone. I'm not hiding it. I'm sharing.
No. Your conversation was with Mouse and Mouse alone, and Mouse told you're going to no one else for now.
All right, damn. You're not in charge. I'm still going to show everyone else.
If you show anyone else, you're not going to have any money in your bank account, and it's going to be one person's fault. And mouse point to themselves.
Oh snap!
Oh, well, now I'm worried why you're hiding it.
That I could have just transferred all of the money from your account into this account to buy everyone cars, and I didn't. Would you like me to?
Like, I get that I fucked up, but like, you don't need to be kind of a bitch about it. Like,
Oh snap!
Well, not the B word.
Oh, also, I just thought of something.
oh bastard, I'm not.
You guys are all linked by the Echo now, and the Echo
Yeah.
has strengthened. So, Acton, how did Acton feel when he read this note?
Intrigued, a little scared because someone's managed to track him down, and also then find out his address, which is under an alias.
Yep. So,
So
you
he's
all,
like nervous and scared. He is very intrigued just because there are a lot of titles there, and Knight Commander just reminds him a little bit of like Lord of the Rings. And he like it also it also reminds him a little bit of like the Knights Templar.
I'm so sorry. Oh. Okay.
Sorry. You have to cut all of this out.
Okay.
Guys, this is great podcasting.
This is amazing.
Just cut it out.
Yeah. Okay. I'm so sorry. I couldn't help it.
My face.
Oh, my eyes, they hurt so bad.
Do you need a
Is
tissue?
that a I'm not getting?
It's
Oh,
in Discord.
In Discord, Rebecca said, if there's one thing I love more than clocks, it's extraneous titles. To which I said, I read that as the following: if there's one thing I love more than cocks, it's extraneous titties. I'm sorry, Eric. I'm so sorry.
just took this from a PG-13 rated to an R-rated.
Yeah. It just
No,
it's
we-
that
we-
much.
We've
We're
just
gonna
done
cut
the
this.
explicit tag.
We're gonna cut this. I'm so sorry.
Good
Okay.
times.
Okay. Oh.
So,
Okay. Done. So
when
back to
Acton feels those emotions, everyone else kind of feels them radiate from him as well.
Aw.
Who are these?
Myri and Edward, how do you guys feel when you guys read your note?
I'm appalled. I'm thinking of large words that I don't know. Generally negative about everything.
Mine is fear, but it's not fear for the self.
Okay. So yeah, so you all feel those emotions as well. I just wanted to illustrate that a bit. So
Sorry,
Yeah.
can I ask about the Echo? Do we
Mm-hmm.
like so if I feel Edward's emotions, do I know they're coming from Edward, or do I just feel these emotions out of nowhere?
you know who they're coming from.
Okay. Then I'm
Um,
gonna call him and find out what that like. I'm gonna call him like, is everything okay?
okay, we'll get to
Because
that in a
he's
sec.
suddenly scared. Yeah. Okay.
So Stephen and Myri, if you guys want to talk about it, you guys can.
Oh,
Okay, hold on. Sandra was about to go. She's coming
okay.
back. No, she's coming back. She's coming back.
Okay.
Okay. So let's. So you come to me with the thing.
Steven.
Yes. Steven is like lying in a recliner, like trying his best not to move.
Makes sense.
She just looks at you.
Your microphone's down.
She just looks at you. And she says, I'm upset.
Why?
Because I give my all to the messengers. I give them my time, the time away from my child, my good years, and here's what they do. And she very gently hands you.
She like slaps it, but then you're carefully handed. I look it over.
This isn't from the messengers.
What?
This is from the Lux. Lux Matrix. We talked about them. They're kind of the UN of sorts.
Okay. What do they want?
Well, they look, at this point, it just kind of looks like they want to talk. Or actually, the way this is written, it kind of looks like. Wait, who is this? Who is this? Eric, who is this addressed to? Because there's no actual person this is addressed to.
Yeah, it's I left it kind of vague. It doesn't have a name on it.
Okay, but it was delivered in our mailbox.
Yes.
Okay. I think this might be for us, not you, because you don't do any of this.
I don't.
Yeah, I know. I think you're good.
Oh, thank God. I thought they were going to take me away from my child.
No, everything's
Okay.
fine. And then that's when the overwhelming fear comes on as he folds it up and puts it in his pocket.
What did you do?
I didn't do anything. Relax.
Can you make me a sandwich? I'm really hungry. You know, healing it takes it out of you.
I'm going to go breastfeed. I'll be right back.
Yes.
Oh, that was amazing.
When a
Ladies and
man,
gentlemen, my wife.
when a man asks you to make him a sandwich and you go, I'm gonna go breastfeed our child.
I'm too stressed out.
Oh God, that's got weird connotations, Sandra.
Very good.
Yeah. All right. Yeah. Should we inform the rest of them?
No, everything will be fine.
So what does this letter say, you guys?
That's a good question. You're not there. Now, I would like to gain an intimacy this because I am invoking my relationship with Myri and trying to protect her by not telling anyone about this letter.
That does worsen your position. So as long as you don't tell anyone about this letter, yeah,
Okay.
we'll raise your intimacy.
See, I'm helping, guys. As Rebecca sobs.
I'm not sobbing. I'm
Okay.
laughing. They're very easily confused, so I understand why you would think that.
Okay, so next, after I guess a couple minutes, 10 minutes or so, Acton rings up Edward.
How is this character calling a player? I'm just giving you a hard time.
I mean, Steve.
Oh, I was like, hold on.
Hello there, out in the real world. You don't
How
understand.
How deep in are you, Eric? You okay?
I'm fine. I'm fine.
It's like when a guy goes undercover so long, you just can't tell what's right and wrong anymore.
Yep.
Yeah. So I sense I'm guessing fear and dread that that he felt for not himself.
Mhm.
And I'm going to retcon it because I'm not going to call. I'm going to text.
Okay.
Who don't do calls anymore? And I'm just going to text what's wrong. Just what's wrong. Is Myri and the baby okay?
No, everything's or text back. Everything's fine. Just had a minor scare.
Acted replies with no. He just replies, "Are you sure?" And that it's going to be an "Are you sure?" because he's terrible. It's a terrible human being who replies like that. Are you sure? Do you need anything?
He texts back, "I'm fine. How's your gunshot healing?"
Yeah, fine. It's fine. How are you holding up? Sorry again. And then the face, like the sad face with one tear.
Wait, what? Sorry, my brain shut down for a second there. Could you repeat that?
I said I'm fine. How are you healing up? And then I said like sorry about getting you hurt. And then the sad emoji with one tear falling down its cheek.
Trying to heal as best I can. Trying not to move.
Oh, good. That was good keeping the conversation flowing there. And I imagine that's where I stopped. None of us text each other back.
Okay. So you were talking to Mouse about what to do about your note, Acton.
Yeah.
So it sounds like Mouse is of the opinion that you should just go alone. Are you going to follow those orders? Quote,
Fuck no. I'm not crazy.
Okay.
Damn. No, I am going to... I'm just going to text a picture of it to the others. Like, to be fair, I don't have any money anyway. So I'm going to text it. I'm just going to text it to the others and just say, got this note. We need to talk.
Okay. I assume everyone assembles at the black site then?
Yeah, I think Bishop is hanging out there. And I think on her way there, she picked up coffee and a wrap for Mouse and gives it to them. And just like,
I mean,
oh,
like what you should do is you should pick up for everyone but Acton.
Ooh.
no offense to everyone else, but y'all didn't give Bishop a car.
Nice. I like it.
I'm cold as ice, willing to sacrifice our love.
Yeah. Because I'm going to do it tonight when I bring home chicken. You should probably stop talking to me and get back on the Sandra. Interrupting the game.
What?
I don't know. They're having just a genuine conversation now. We're all just listening.
No, Sandra walked back in, and I had started making soup yesterday, and I made all the stock, but I didn't get to the grocery store in time to be able to actually get the chicken for like the actual meat in it. So she just came in and was like, the soup's not cooking anymore. I'm like, what the fuck does that matter? Just fucking get back on the game.
I mean, soup's important.
Soup is important.
Especially if you've got a gunshot wound, you need to heal up.
Okay. So you all assemble at the black site. What are other people's opinions about this note and what you should do?
Did Acton tell everybody about that?
Yeah, he
I text everyone the note.
yeah.
And Mouse
think
makes
if
it
we're all
clear before anybody else speaks that they think Acton should go alone as punishment.
What the fuck? Like in character, he's just like, what the fuck's this punishment business? Like,
Okay, don't even get me started.
like I get that I fucked up, but you're not like my head teacher. There is no like punishment. Thank you very much.
On the other hand, it
Really?
does
Because I
invite.
feel like I'm cleaning up all of your messes.
Okay.
I wouldn't
but,
call me a teacher, more like a parent, and I don't like this.
I'll remember that the next time that like there's an altercation and someone needs help, I would do the same.
Cut to Bishop just like sipping her coffee and just like eyebrows up, like. Not that I disagree with what Mouse is saying in general about having to clean up messes, but it does say you and your associates, and that would be us. And I would hate to miss out on an opportunity.
What is it? Because we assembled, right?
Yes.
Okay. What is this?
This is the note that Acton texted everyone. It's in the main chat of the Discord.
Oh, I didn't realize he texted everyone the note.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Oh, okay.
And this guy sounds pretty important. Maybe could be a job. Always could use another job. Mainly, I think at this point for our extraneous medical bills and vehicles, but Cough, Acton.
Sorry.
Cough blood. I mean, can't hurt.
I'm not even saying we should go. I just don't want to. I just don't want to not tell you about the note. Like, I don't know what to do at this point. This guy's managed to find me, and if he's managed to find me, I imagine he can find all of you. Maybe not Mouse, who's unfindable, but the rest of us. So we should all know.
Okay. So it sounds like some people want to go and check this out. At least Bishop wants to go check it out. And Acton has been. Acton was the one.
Acton will go as well.
Okay.
Oh, we should not pair us two up. Somebody come with us.
Yeah, I was about to say.
I will go with them. I spent the entire last session in a dark room. I will go.
Are you sure? Or can you do?
I imagine Mouse spending time in like a dark room by a computer is legitimately what Mouse wants to do.
Yeah, generally, but in this case, yeah, Mouse will go if only to like keep the peace.
I like
Although
the Mouse is keeping the peace.
They've clearly picked a side, and it's Bishop. So.
Did we ever talk to our guest?
No, we haven't. Oh my God, we have an unconscious person in a back room.
Yeah. It's up to you. You guys can try and wake them up now, or you can go deal with this thing. I wanted to give you guys the options.
We should go deal with that thing after we check in on this red-haired tattooed person.
I agree.
Okay. So yeah, you guys. Sorry.
Person is. So I move this person into. I feel like right away from the beginning of this, Mouse would have opted to move this person into a like secluded place of the black site so that they have no idea where they are.
Like where the manager's office used to be.
Just to like, keep them out of sight of everything else so that what they see is limited just in case they're not friendly.
Oh yeah.
Okay. Yeah. Sounds like a good plan.
Yeah.
So, all right. So you do you tie them up or anything, or you seat them in a chair, or laying on a bed, or?
Maybe we make them a nice cot. I don't want to treat them.
Yeah.
We
have no idea who this person is. So yeah, I say we just leave them in the room. We leave the door locked so they can't leave the room, I think.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
But we don't like tie them up or anything. They're not. This is for their safety and ours, I guess.
Yeah. We're not monsters. Yeah.
I'm going to say Ramla's been kind of caring for this person over the week. She asks if you would like her to stay, or she basically says she would like to be there when you interview this person, and you know, as this person is a fellow Fae, to go easy on them. But she leaves it up to you whether or not you actually want Ramla in the room.
I say we bring we bring Myri in to actually conduct the chatting, since Myri is part Fae.
Yeah.
Yes.
And I think we on Ramla.
Do you think this might be a long shot? But do you think in this laser tag room, you know how they have the in the like ready room where you get your equipment, they have like the see-through like one-way glass, so you could like see down below, or maybe this is just like the laser tag places I've been to. We could like all stand behind the like two-way glass while Myri and like Ramla interview this person. I won't say interrogate, interview.
I like that, so yes.
Okay.
Okay.
We've turned this manager's room into an interrogation.
Yeah, I've never been to a place like that, but like, damn.
Myri, are you okay with this plan?
Yeah, sure.
Okay. So you and Ramla, I guess, go into this manager's office where this Fae woman is lying down. Ramla kind of has her hooked up to an IV, and then she kind of like injects something into the IV to wake this person up. She comes to after a few moments. Her eyes kind of flutter open, and she looks around and like starts kind of weakly trying to kind of pull herself up and looking around kind of frantically.
Okay. I would tell her that it's probably best that you lie down. You don't want to hurt yourself more.
Ramla nods in agreement and kind of puts a comforting hand on the woman's shoulder, and she kind of settles back down. And in a kind of a weak, kind of small voice, she asks, "Where am I? Who are you?"
You're safe. I'm Myri. This is Ramla. And yeah, you're safe. No one's gonna harm you.
Okay. She calms down a little bit. She says, "Okay. Hello. I'm Redbriar."
Fitting name.
Pretty name, yeah. Do you remember what happened to you?
She goes silent for a moment and kind of thinks, and she says, I was at home, and I heard voices. It sounded like what's that human language? Russian, right? And then something hit me in the back of the head, and then it was all black.
Huh. And we found her in the truck, right?
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
Were you inside a truck or were you somewhere else?
She kind of thinks for a moment and says, I remember, I feel like I woke up at some point after they knocked me out, and it sounded like an argument between someone with an accent, like that Russian accent, and then someone else, and they were talking something about a delivery, and then I was thrown into the truck, and that's when I blacked out again.
And you can't pinpoint what these people looked like?
She shook her head and said, "I'm sorry. I kept my eyes closed, and everything was out of focus."
Okay. She's going to look at Ramla and shrug.
Ramla kind of does like a half smile and says, "Do you take any? Do you use fairy dust?" And the girl kind of looks a little scared, and she says, "Yeah, sometimes a little bit."
What's fairy dust? Or would Myri know that?
Yeah, that's the drug we were looking for the dealer of.
Ah, okay.
It's like the ecstasy type thing. But Fae people aren't like killed by fairy dust. It's just like
No, it's just
Right?
like it just gets them high.
All right,
Cool.
so we're kind of looking for like a supplier.
yeah, that's
Oh,
yeah. Remember there was a girl who was killed. I can't find my original notebook, but I can't remember her name. But
Melissa Alcott.
yes.
okay.
But she was a human person killed by fairy dust. And that's why we went to that club to track the supplier. Someone's selling to humans.
Okay. All right, so I'm going to piggyback off that then. Now that I know what the questioning is about.
Fair enough.
I'll tell her. Where do you usually get your fairy dust from?
She looks kind of she looks down at her hands for a little bit, like she doesn't really want to answer. Let's see. If you want to roll, let's see, maybe roll finesse for this.
Okay, let's give it a shot. Position.
Position is standard, I'd say. Or
So
yeah,
control.
risky. Control,
Oh.
yeah.
Oh,
Controlled standard.
okay.
Oh, 6. Okay.
Nice.
Very good. She looks up at you after a moment and says, I buy it from someone named Glimwing. They're usually at Arcadia.
hmm
It's weird, though, because I used to buy just from a friend of mine, but they got muscled out pretty recently. Nowadays, it's like everyone has to buy from Glimwing if they want any.
Alright. You said he's in Arcadia?
Yeah, they usually hang out at Arcadia.
Is that a club?
We've
That's the
already
club
met
we
this
went
person.
to.
Okay, yeah.
Teague, the bishop's maybe boyfriend, is a like dealer with Glimwing, but I don't think we actually met. Did we meet Glimwing or just a dealer?
We met
Glimwing.
We met
Yes.
Glimwing. Okay, that's what I thought. I don't think Bishop
Myri
did.
was not present during this.
Oh, that's right. You weren't there that game. That's
yeah,
why I'm like. Okay.
Oh no.
it's fine.
Good.
I like
So
the
I'm
idea of
playing the
Myri
character.
walking into
Yeah.
this.
So I'm playing the
It would've been
character that like she has lack of knowledge. Okay, good.
Myri
which-
definitely would have been informed of all of this, though.
Eh.
Well, Sandra wasn't.
Eh.
Now was I best friend?
I tried.
I like to think that Mouse told Steven to tell Myri and he just forgot.
Well, to be fair, Steven was focused on not dying.
True.
Steven was like, "Oh, she's a woman. She doesn't need to hear that. It's just gonna upset her." Because he has that mentality sometimes. Okay. Are you? Do you have anyone who can like pick you up? Do you have a safe place you can go to?
She kind of like starts to cry a little bit and says, I don't know. I mean, I was at my place when they took me. I mean, if I go back there, they'll probably take me again.
Oh, you poor thing.
I love her.
She's gonna like very tentatively try to like touch her hand like in a comforting way. She's and if she lets her, she's gonna gently like pat it in a there kind of motion. You can stay with us.
Romla
now.
nods as well and says, yes, you can stay here for now if you like.
Yes, we'll protect you.
She kind of like sniffles a little bit and smiles and says, thank you. I really appreciate that.
Are you hungry?
She nods and says, uh-huh.
Somebody get this woman food now.
I like the idea Myri turns to the class and says that in exactly that tone.
And I like to think that he says this to the class, and both just look to Acton.
Yeah, Acton goes and gets food. He goes like he looks at his watch, like smiles, like just smiles and like bounds out of the room, and then in about like 20 minutes later, just comes back with Mr. Subs for everyone.
Oh yeah, it's that time of day.
Like almost forgot.
I like the idea. Mr. Subs is always incredibly annoyed when you actually come and
Yeah.
order.
Well, I think we
sandwiches.
figured out. Didn't we figure out that he's actually like
Just laundering money.
a launderer?
Yeah,
Yeah.
just makes a fucking great sandwich though.
Yep.
If he wants to like really launder, I guess he's doing a good job of laundering money if his food's good.
Mm-hmm.
Like the IRS shows up and they're like, hey, maybe he is running a business.
Yeah, Mr.
See,
Subs
I
used
told
to be
him.
like a Michelin star chef, but then went into the criminal trade.
Say crime doesn't pay, but it definitely does.
I'm going to. What's her name again? I'm sorry.
Her name is Redbriar.
Redbriar. I'd be like, Redbriar, are you okay with me bringing in another person in here to just ask you a couple of questions?
she kind of looks at Ramla, and Ramla nods, and she says, "Oh, okay, that's fine."
All right, I'm gonna bring in Bishop.
Me. Hi.
This is Bishop.
Hi.
Pretty cool. She's gonna ask you some questions.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I was going to ask you some questions. You didn't give that fairy dust to anybody else, did you?
She shook her head and said, "No, I mean, sometimes people share it, but it's gotten pretty expensive lately, so."
Yeah, totally. No judgment. Totally cool. Do you know anyone of the name Melissa Alcott? Are you familiar? Are you like friends or like acquaintances?
So, what was the name again? I didn't hear it.
Melissa Alcott, the girl who.
She kind of thinks for a moment and says, "No, not really. I mean, I think Glimwing might have mentioned someone named Melissa once or twice.
Do you remember in what context?
Just that, like, that, well, mostly like mean things."
Oh, like mean friend things, mean ex-girlfriend things.
Like, kind of just like mean bitchy things.
Huh. So, was Melissa like involved with the fairy dust business, as far as you know?
She kind of shrugs and says, "It's weird. I heard that it was someone named Copper Creek that ran the whole thing, but
Copper
no.
Creek runs the business with Glimwing, or like is Glimwing's boss?
Like, I think is Glimwing's boss, maybe. That's what I heard, but I didn't hear anything about. It wasn't like Melissa was Glimwing's boss or anything like that. That wasn't the kind of thing. It's like it's like Glimwing kind of looked down on Melissa."
Interesting. Okay. Could you excuse me 1 second? And then I want to pull up my phone. Teague, who she has been like talking with, and she's gonna text me like, "Hey, babe, I lost Copper Creek's number. Could you send that to me?" And see if she can get anything out of Teague.
He does not reply.
Dang it. Oh no, is Teague dead? I would be very upset.
Actually, give me a roll for that. I'm gonna say this is risky, actually.
Is this a consort?
Yeah.
Okay. Let's see if I can do this in the app. I can. Risky standard?
Yeah.
Okay. No bonus die. Go. Doing this on the Roll20 app, so I don't know what I roll. A 6!
A 6. Okay, so you just straight up do it. You get a text back after a few minutes that says. So you get two texts after a few minutes in pretty short succession. The first one is like, "How do you know Copper Creek?" And the next one is, "You should stay away from Copper Creek."
Oh. Do I text him back? I think I will put my phone away just for a second and I'll get everyone's advice later. And think about what I'm going to reply back. So she's going to talk to Redbriar again and say, okay, have you heard anything about this fairy dust being spread and like sold to humans and not just fae?
She says, not really. I know we're not supposed to. Like, that's the rule. But I think some people do it anyways.
Okay. That's what we're trying to stop. Not that I don't appreciate that the Fae are like selling to my people and like totally being non-discriminatory, but it's killing people and we need to nip that in the bud. So, I don't know. Do I have any more questions? She's going to turn around and yell to the glass. Does anybody have any more questions?
What?
Does anybody have any more questions?
just leans forward and knocks on the window as if to say no.
Okay. Bishop will turn around and be like, "Thank you so much for your help, sweetie. I hope. I know you were just in a terrible situation before, and hopefully, we can find a place to take you or make you feel safer. We'll get you some food, get you back on your feet. Just such a terrible thing that happened to you. Thank you for all your cooperation."
Mm-hmm. She nods and says, I'm happy to help.
Okay. And then I think Bishop's going to pull her phone back out and text you back and be like, I don't know how. She's just going to text him back and be like, just give me the number, Teague.
Call him bitch.
You did roll a
No, because they might
6.
still date. She'll send a follow-up text and say, I won't. What did his text say? You shouldn't contact him.
The first text said, "How do you know Copper Creek?" The second one, very shortly after that, said, "You should stay away from him."
She says, "I'll stay away from Copper Creek if you give me his number."
Okay.
That doesn't seem plausible.
He kind of texts back with like 3 frowny faces.
Aw.
And then after that texts, he doesn't have a phone. I hear he hangs out in Goblin's Market. And then, seriously, you owe me.
We should go to the Goblin Market.
Definitely go to the Goblin Market.
David, because I love this.
Bishop will turn back to Redbriar and Ramla and say, are either of you familiar with the Goblins Market?
They both like kind of exchange a look. Myri would even know about the Goblin Market. Everyone knows about the Goblin Market.
Well, apparently I don't.
Acton doesn't have an idea what the
All
Goblin
the
Market
Fae
is.
know about the Goblin Market.
Okay.
Let me find it real quick.
Real quick, Bishop
just-
does reply to Teague and say, "You use my mother," and locks her phone and puts it in her back pocket.
Wait, she says what?
She says, "You use emojis like my mother." She's got to
Nice.
nag him to keep him interested.
God. Bishop's running game. Ugh, feel dirty.
Sorry.
You need to take a
I'm
shower.
sorry.
It's
I'm
okay.
so sorry.
Um,
She's the pickup artist now.
So Myri would know, Rama would know, Redbriar would know that the Goblin Market is kind of like the central hub of Fae society here in Toronto. It's a big, expansive market located into the underground, kind of hidden by magic. It's where the Fae meet, it's where they hold court, it's where they sell and buy things. It's kind of like the hub of Fae society.
Okay.
Now, is it a place where you can buy or sell anything?
Yeah, that's kind of the idea.
Camden Market.
Oh,
For you Londoners out there.
None of us.
so you.
I meant the listeners, guys. The
The
listeners.
audience!
All of our audience members.
Oh, none of them.
all of our audience member.
Oh.
Bishop will, she'll just say, Teague says that Copper Creek hangs out at the Goblin Market, but he doesn't have a phone, so I don't know how good at business he is.
Do we know what they look like?
I assume Faye if he's at the,
Well, I imagine they're all Fae, aren't they?
right.
Redbriar can give you a rough description.
Oh, yeah. I was going to ask, right, yeah, Redbriar, have you ever met this Copper Creek or seen him?
She shakes her head and says, no one really meets him, but I heard he has like this weird like mask over the bottom of his face that's made out of copper. And that's where he got his
Oh,
name.
that makes sense.
So he's like Phantom of the Opera meets The Godfather. Got it.
Mhm.
I like to think that she just kind of stares back at you like, huh?
Like, human pop culture reference.
In my mind, she says that like perfectly, and like she believes it's perfectly normal for a guy to have like just a copper lower half of his face.
Yeah, pretty much.
Do people get their names after they sort of get an appearance in the Fae? Is that a weird thing? Because your name's Red Briar, you have red hair. His name's Copper Creek. He's got copper face.
She kind of shrugs and like looks at Ramla and Myri and says, "It's no offense, but it's not really something we talk about with humans."
Oh no!
Shit.
Oh
I
shit!
totally understand. No judgment. It's fine.
Back the fuck up.
It's fine.
It's not
I'll
just that
smile
the
later.
GM doesn't have an explanation for it.
Myri could ask. She's half Fae.
It's magic. You don't need an explanation. Technically, he could have picked any metal for his face, so maybe he picked copper to match.
Yeah. Maybe.
Okay, I think that's all the questions Bishop has. But
Okay.
we've got to. We'll go. We should maybe figure out the Copper Creek thing later. We've got a date with a man with very many titles.
I want to meet this guy.
You hate this guy?
Ramla's still
or
here?
love this guy?
To meet this guy, I think he's going to be a tool.
A tool, as in someone we can use, or a tool, as in, that kind of tool.
Both probably.
First one, then the other.
I feel like he's going to be primarily one, but maybe the other.
I don't know. I love extraneous titles a lot, so I'm excited to meet him.
Titles.
Titles. I love titles. Ed. Titles.
Okay.
I love titles too.
All right.
Especially when
So
someone has a nice pair of titles.
moving
I
on.
love multiple titles.
Seth,
Yeah,
stop this joke.
you've got a couple leads. So which ones would you guys like to investigate first? Would you like to go meet with Alfie DeGuerre or look up this Copper Creek person?
Did we have a time to meet Alfie DeGuerre? I don't.
Yeah.
I closed out of the thing.
10 and 4, I think it was.
Yes. It basically says call at your earliest convenience between these hours.
So basically, office hours. Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. It's the style I was emanating was something that it's like an actual like high society thing where like you tell a person I am accepting visitors between these hours. It's kind of
Okay.
like office hours for social obligations.
Cool.
Okay.
I
So this
think
guy's
we should bring that back.
hardcore a tool. He's a hardcore
Mouse
tool.
already
Awesome.
doesn't like this guy.
Love it. That's
think we should
awful.
bring that
I want
back.
to meet him. I want to meet him so bad.
You guys can only socialize me between 10 a.m. and 10:30 a.m. every
We can only socialize Mr. Subs between 3:47 p.m. and 3:58 p.m.
Okay, I think we should see what this DeGuerre wants. Maybe he has something we can use in tracking down Copper Creek. I think daytime hours are for DeGuerre and nighttime hours are for Copper Creek.
That makes sense.
I like that.
Okay.
Does that sound okay?
Mhm.
Yes.
Does anyone explicitly not want to go on either of these trips?
I want to go to all the things.
I also want to go to all the things.
Okay. All right. So we will begin with Alfie.
If you need somebody to stay back, I can.
I don't think you guys need someone to stay back.
We've got Ramla.
will keep an eye on things and
And the baby.
watch Pigeon.
And Pigeon.
Pigeon.
Mhm. Are you going to introduce Pigeon to Redbriar?
I don't know. Is she trustworthy?
No.
Oh, just like Jesus, that's your child.
She's a fey drug user, so I don't know.
Probably
Yeah,
not.
should be fine.
The best babysitter. Okay. So
Hyper vigilant.
you all meet up and head over to York University. York University itself is located in a district of North York and is a rather urban commuter school. The main library, and the office of the library within it, is a stately, modern affair, all organic curves and angles. When you inquire about the office of the library itself, you are directed down a set of stairs towards the back of the main library. The stairs descend into brickwork, and you have to go down several flights to reach the bottom. At the end of the stairs is a short hallway, decorated in pleasing red shades with a few portraits of rather regal-looking individuals you don't recognize. At the end of this hallway is a set of impressive oaken doors that open, seemingly of their own accord, as you approach. Beyond
Does
the doors...
Myri recognize? Oh, sorry.
So, go ahead.
I was gonna say, does Myri recognize any of the portraits, being part Fae?
No. None of you recognize these individuals. They look like old British people.
Wait, so do I recognize them?
Shit, maybe you do. Yeah, give me like a study roll.
Oh, no. I have nothing in study, so this is going to go well. I'm guessing like it's like controlled and standard.
Yeah, this is controlled standard.
You have a 1 in 6 chance. Oh damn!
I got 5.
Oh, hey!
You get a
Guys,
5.
I'm really great with British knowledge.
Yeah. You don't recognize any of the names, but you recognize these people as like some of them as being like people who were of the upper nobility, like in the Victorian era and like stretching backwards, like. You know, kind of captains of industry, you know, military commanders, that sort of thing.
Yeah, I'm not going to tell people that. There's no information there.
Mm-hmm.
I'm just be like, oh.
So when you
It's
say
my- it's my
portraits,
house.
you mean portraits.
Yeah, like paintings.
Not landscapes.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
Okay.
Just giving off so many tools. Oh god, there's such tools.
All right. Beyond these oaken doors is yet another library. This one much grander and impressive than the one above it. It seems to stretch on forever, row after row of bookcases packed full with tomes. The high vaulted ceilings seem to stretch above, giving the entire place a hushed, cathedral-like atmosphere. A few strains of classical music play softly, coming from the center of the maze-like stacks. So you guys getting the idea? This is an impossible space. Like, it doesn't make sense with the geography around it.
Would you say it's bigger on the inside?
Yep.
Ooh, a bunch of nerds here.
Oh god. And they're British. Yes. Oh god, they're doctors. Oh god, I'm upset. All right, let's keep.
You
going.
call them tools. They're actually Time Lords, who are also
Same
tools.
I don't think those are different things.
They're specifically sonic screwdrivers. No. Okay, so you
I need
guys.
to get me one of those.
So yeah, so there's just all these stacks, and there's music playing from the center of them.
Do we see? Well, I guess we just follow the music.
Okay.
See if we find a quote-unquote tool.
All right. So it takes you a bit of wandering, but as you reach the center, you see a circular information desk made out of solid mahogany. Sitting at it is a woman, a librarian, no doubt. She seems to be carefully studying an ancient tome sitting in front of her. Occasionally, she'll turn to a small laptop computer laid out neatly on her left and transcribe a few quick notes. In front of her sits a name plaque in elegant, bold lettering. It reads, Dr. Delilah Witt.
Nice.
I guess I'll. Well, no, I think Bishop like looks to Acton because
Yeah, he got the note.
you got the letter, my guy.
So he like it's a library, so he's very like just trying to get her attention.
Mm-hmm.
Um,
All right. She says, well, that's right. She looks up at you and then speaks in a measured, almost monotone voice. Ah, you're expected. The Knight Commander is waiting for you in the artifact section. Please follow me.
Okay. I just looked back at the others and I like shrug, like,
Robot.
She carefully closes the tome on her desk before getting up, straightening her pencil skirt, and walking off through the library. I'm assuming you guys follow her?
Yep.
Yeah. Acton does anyway.
Okay. As you follow, you gradually start to hear an occasional soft rip-crack noise that grows in intensity and volume as you seem to approach it.
Okay. Which way is it coming from? Is it coming from behind like double doors that we're going towards?
It's coming from the direction you're moving in, but you're still
Okay.
kind of like walking through these stacks of books.
Okay. I'm gonna just keep going, but like cautiously.
Okay. All right. After some time, the noise getting louder and louder. It starts to sound. You can start to tell it's like almost like an explosion or a gun firing, but one that you've never really heard before.
I think Bishop asks. Her name's Delilah, right?
Mm-hmm.
She'll be like, is someone shooting a gun in this library right now?
She doesn't answer you.
Okay, rude.
That's really rude. Wow.
Yeah.
Hey, Delilah, what's it like in New York City?
No.
Oh,
Incorrect.
you guys.
All right. After some time, Dr. Witt leads you to a door, this one bearing the inscription Artifacts Department. From within, the rip-crack noise is almost deafening. Dr. Witt waits for a pause in the noise and then says, "The Knight Commander is waiting for you within."
Okay.
Okay.
Did she open the door, or did?
She kind of like gestures to the door.
Okay. Acton's gonna go first, and then sort of look back at the others to just be like, "Wait a sec," and then slowly push the door open. And then, in case anything does happen, he's like using his body as a shield, so they can't see inside.
Mhm.
Yeah, and then sort of stands in the opening of the doorway
Okay.
and looks.
So yeah, as you open the door, you see a sort of firing range. There's
Holy shit!
You see a young woman wearing a steel breastplate and a pair of noise-dampening earmuffs, standing in one of the lanes, holding a rather strange-looking weapon. It looks like an elongated mace, complete with twisted metal spikes at the end of it. However, she is holding it in a firing stance, aiming the end of the melee weapon down the range. At the end of the range itself is a paper cutout depicting what appears to be an almost cartoonish representation of a demon or devil, complete with cloven hooves, a pair of horns, and a pitchfork. As you open the door, and after a moment, there is another rip-crack noise, and there's an explosion of black soot and flame from the end of the mace. The cutout down the lane is shredded in an instant, leaving a number of grape-sized perforations all over its center mass.
Jesus Christ, I need one of those.
Acton is a little bit in love right now.
These people are insane. All right, this is good. All right.
Well, to be fair, actually, none of you can see this because I'm blocking the way.
Mm-hmm.
That Mouse pushes you over a little bit so everybody else
Well,
can
he
see.
doesn't stand in the way for long, so like as soon as he finds that it's not a person pointing a gun at us, like he walks in.
Say again? He
So-
walks in?
Yeah, so as soon as he he pushes the door open and just like looks inside to make sure that it's not like someone pointing a gun in their direction. And as soon as he sees that that's not the case, he like walks in more so that the others can come in behind him.
Okay. All right. The young librarian, still looking downrange, puts her weapon up on her shoulder before exclaiming, almost shouting, "You know, Henry VIII actually beat me to inventing the mace cannon, but I have..." Oh, excuse me. She removes her earmuffs and stops shouting.
I love her.
"But I have devised one that shoots canister shot. Much more effective, don't you think?"
Oh my god, this is
Acton is just stunned in silence at this point because what the fuck?
Guys, this is Alfie.
I was gonna say
Yeah.
Bishop pushed through and goes, "Are you Alfie Daguerre?"
She does a small bow and kind of like a winking smile and says, Knight Commander Alpha Daguerre II, Bane of Evil, Slayer of Monsters, Vanquisher of Foes, Sunderer of Demons. How do you do?
I hate her. I hate her.
Sorry, Myri, but we're done. I have a new love.
Acton also loves her.
With a cannon mace.
I get to keep the baby.
Mouse speaks up. Where'd you get? Speaks up and just says, "Where'd you get so many titles?"
A lifetime of hard work and dedication, my friend.
Did you give them to yourself, or?
Oh.
She just kind of ignores that.
Good, thank God.
She gave them to herself. She definitely gave those titles to herself. Yes.
Acton sort of like shakes like the shock away, and then extends his hand and says, "Acton Gamby." Just Acton Gamby.
She kind of seizes Acton's hand and like shakes it enthusiastically, like to the point of like almost hurting a little bit.
Yeah, I would like to say that like I would like to say that like he extended his hand and it's the good hand, but she's shaking it so vigorously like his other hand is actually in pain as well.
Mm-hmm. She says, "Excellent to meet you. Excellent. We've been following your progress with a lot of interest, Mr. Gamby, and that was a nasty bit of business. We do appreciate your joie de vivre."
Who's we? And thank you, I guess. But who's we?
She smiles again and laughs and says, "I speak, of course, with the voice of the entire Society of Librarians, or at least our cloister here in Toronto."
Oh yeah, that was a group of people.
Mm-hmm.
We should
sorry, the
have
what?
moved in here. Ugh. All right.
Why are you mad?
Can you introduce me to Flynn Carson?
I don't know who that is.
I do, and nice.
Thank you. As long as one person got it, I'm happy for it.
Yeah, I got it.
Nice.
Flynn Carson was the librarian in the movie The Librarian.
Yep. Now I'm on. Now I'm getting it.
Played by Noah Wiley.
Yeah.
Yep. Bishop's gonna like nudge Mouse and be like, "Are you all right?"
I'm fine.
Mouse needs authority.
I know, but it seems very personal.
Oh, no, this person's just full of shit.
I don't know how much of this is Mouse and how much of this is Nick.
I'll say, hand that canister over.
Nick loves this person.
Ed, what did you say, Ed?
Oh, I said, can you introduce me to Flynn Carson?
Oh, I thought you said something about a canister.
Oh, I said, can you hand that canister over to Nick?
Oh, okay. You meant the pepper grinder. I get it.
Oh. Okay. I thought you meant the canister from the mace thing. Okay.
Yeah, I thought you were like asking for the mace itself.
No.
Okay.
Okay.
Bishop's gonna say, so you asked to see us? We're just, we got your message.
Oh,
Loud and clear.
yes, of course. Excuse me. Of course. You see, we have a point of mutual interest, I believe. You are familiar with a young woman by the name of Melissa Alcott, I take it?
Might have heard of her.
Who?
Rather tragic story. See, she's a scion of a proud line of librarians, entrusted to our care
Oh.
during her education here in the colonies. Brutally cut down, in her prime no less, by some fiend. We are making our own inquiries, of course, but perhaps we could come to a mutually beneficial arrangement.
Did she just say colonies? Does she?
Yes.
Does she not realize what year it is?
British people still call the U.S. and Canada the colonies.
Yes.
Canada's cool. It's just the US.
So Melissa was a librarian.
In
Not
training
just a librarian, a librarian.
with a capital L.
Yeah.
She shakes her head and says, "Not quite, not quite. You see, induction into our order is a long process, and while she was here pursuing more civilian studies, she nonetheless was under our protection, as she was, as I said, the scion from a long line of our order."
So, Acton is just now wondering why she's called us here. And he pretty much just straight up asks, like, so, a pleasure to meet you, but why did you call us here?
Well,
Why did you ask us to come?
Well, unless I'm very mistaken, you are investigating the poor girl's death, and I was hoping that if your investigations had revealed any leads, or perhaps the name or identity of the fiend who cut down our dear Melissa, you would be willing to share that information.
Can I get a quick powwow with you guys?
No, we're just not gonna do this. No.
Yeah, Acton is right there. He's like, we don't know you.
Well, you should certainly get to know me. I'm told I'm a wonderful conversationalist.
She's the worst.
I like it.
But I understand your initial reluctance. After all, trust is learned, relationships are built. And if you plan to continue to operate here in our fair city, I would like to believe that it's in our mutual interest to develop a positive relationship.
Well, yes.
I mean, maybe we should powwow. Bishop's going to turn and be
No.
like, it's not a bad idea to have more friends in high places. And they knew Melissa, I guess we should maybe confirm that before we go off spreading information. But, they deserve to know what happened to her.
If they're gonna give us work, sure. Oh.
It's not like we're siding with them. We're just,
No, if we find out something, perhaps we'll share it.
Yeah, information to information.
Yeah. A quid pro quo.
If you guys remember, we made a policy last time as to how we're going to handle these kinds of situations.
Did we? I don't remember that.
Was it punching people in the face? Because
No, that was not a policy. That was just your badass, in quotes, actions.
No, you said badass.
Boy, howdy.
I think I will remind our policy was that we would that we would work discreetly with information and only give information, give out people's information when we uncovered it. We were going to the Illuminati. Was to keep things. Our agreement with the Illuminati was that we would keep things secret as we uncovered things. We worked discreetly with information.
We work discreetly, doesn't mean we're.
Are we having this as a huddle?
I think so.
Okay, good. Why don't we just not tell them until we know for certain what happened?
Yeah, we agree conditional on the information we gather.
This person as a source for some more information, asking them about whether or not Melissa was using drugs.
Probably
That's true.
not a good idea to be giving out any information, seeing as if we do, there's a chance that we might lose the opportunity to gain information in the future.
Information that Melissa died from a drug overdose.
Well, I want you to imagine that you're a mother and you find out that the daughter that you've idolized, that you thought was a straight A student and all that, died of a drug overdose. How would you feel about that situation?
Isn't that public information, though?
Clearly not,
asking
otherwise
them-
they wouldn't be asking.
Oh, I thought it was public. Okay, well,
There's a difference between public information and information that is available. Like, I don't think they went on the news and went, "She died of a drug overdose." But the fact that it's in a police record, like for you now, it's public information, and public information is a different thing.
that's fair.
Okay, so in the moment, it sounds like you're more or less agreed that you're not going to be giving the librarians any information.
I don't think that. I think let's just not decide yet. Like, let's take it by it. We might need something. At which point, maybe we'll give them something. But we don't know them enough yet to say yes or no.
They can give us.
What was that?
That's true.
Let's ask them what they can give us in exchange.
She smiles very widely and says, "A relationship with the librarians can give you many things." And she kind of gestures with her cannon mace and says, "We can provide weapons, people who know how to use them, research in our arcane tomes, magic, any number of things, depending on how good of friends we turn out to be."
Well, I'm not opposed to that.
I'm not opposed to opening the dialogue, but we
Yeah.
can't promise you we will give you everything.
Oh, of course not. We all
We
must
work
do
Not at
some
risk of-
efforts.
Yeah,
A lot of organizations, and if we
we won't risk our other employers' information.
Of course. I wouldn't expect you to. It is good to have loyal friends.
We are loyal friends.
Yes. Loyalty.
Mm-hmm.
you know,
That was in character, by the way. Acton has no idea what's.
Yeah, I think we can agree. We will provide you with some
Info.
information. We are not closing off communication entirely, but we can't make any.
Is there anything you would like to share with us at this juncture?
I don't really have anything yet.
I think we can say that we've at least heard that Melissa died from a drug overdose.
Yeah, are you familiar with any of the, let's say, recreational activities that Melissa may have been engaged with?
We can
Kind of
flatly
sigh.
say, we can flatly tell this person that we've heard that Melissa died of a drug overdose.
Yeah.
She kind of sighs and says, "Yes, we had heard that from our contacts in the police. It is very tragic, and we're not quite sure how she got mixed up in all that. But the strange thing is that, at least from what... I'm sorry. 1 second, guys. I'm getting a call.
Okay.
Hello?
Hello.
Hey, Lee. I just saw your email. That job's fully propped up. Yeah, it's on its... I think it's on its last frame. Let me double check that. Oh, wait. Hold on a second. Hold on a second here.
For the listeners,
Yeah,
Eric's
some
taking a work
issues.
call.
Yeah, I'm seeing some errors. Why is it failing? Oh, shut up. Sorry, my dog's barking. Failing due to log will require light. Okay. Do you know if anyone is using, what is it, optical flare right now? Okay. It would be helpful if they would stop, but I'm going to restart these tasks because basically they need to pick up that license and use it.
Dog barks.
And that's what's causing them to fail. Yeah. Okay, I will. All right. Bye.
I know I
Some
said
more
I said
stuff.
cocks and I said dog. Man. That is...
Hey, there's a line. Nick, did you like that little cat in a box? That little cat in a box on your Facebook.
What do you? Yes,
Sorry,
that was
guys.
funny.
I'm going to take a quick 5-minute break. I need to deal with my dog.
Yeah, go.
All right. Sorry about that. Kind of in the middle of the action.
No worries.
All right, Dolph, come here.
What is it, my Anubis? What is it? She wants out.
What's happening?
Why are you sending me just dough rising?
It's not dough rising, it's bread baking.
Okay, well, why are you sending me bread baking?
You're bothering her.
Ow.
What do you fucking expect?
Hi, I'm back. What are we doing?
Oh, I got it. Thank you.
What?
Eric got a work call, so we're taking a break.
Oh, okay, cool.
Taking a break.
Wait, were there dogs barking? Did my dogs bark?
No.
Eric's did. So
Oh,
then
okay.
I tried to say dog barks for Prez 2020, but I accidentally wrote dong barks.
Yes.
Very apt.
So Teddy has penis on the brain. Which nothing wrong with that.
Hey, Rekka, do you know if they're going to do a second season of the Bim Bam?
I don't know, but you can buy it on iTunes now, which is
Of what?
then I don't have to keep my VRV subscription to keep showing
Yeah,
it to
yeah. It's also on Amazon, so like I bought it on Amazon, and I might also buy it on iTunes.
nice.
Buy it on my-
I need to cancel my VRV subscription while we're doing that.
Um,
while we're not doing anything.
Ed, were you asking what I just said?
Now, what is Nabimbam?
My
Muppet Man.
brother, and me.
Oh, gotcha.
It's an acronym for it. if you haven't watched the show, it's fucking excellent.
I
A
watched.
long time ago,
I
Nick and
think it was one episode.
listened to a bunch of clips, and now they're fans.
Did you watch the thing that I sent you?
I will say I am not nearly the super fan they are. but-
No, I'm
Um,
a massive fan.
Watch it.
I
I'm a
saw the
super fan.
clown box
God
episode.
damn.
Yes, the clown box.
Oh, it's such a fucking good episode.
For some
Um,
reason, someone tweeted that the Mabim Bam TV show is listed in iTunes as reality TV, and then like put that screenshotted alongside the clown box, and Dustin retweeted it. It was like,
I'm
"Where's the
pretty
lie?"
sure the clown box is real.
The clown box is definitely real.
Nick and I played
You
D&D
got a little
with
maze.
a friend of Justin.
All right, don't rub it in.
Just saying, he's Charlie's got.
In our mutual, like we look at his friends on Facebook, and it's a bunch of people, like a bunch of McElroys, and it's great.
Yeah, it's amazing.
Hey guys, really quick, this is the part of the podcast that's going to be cut out. So now's your chance to say things that you always wanted to say on camera, but you couldn't.
Like what?
You murdered someone 16 years ago and buried the body, and no one ever knew.
I don't trust Eric not to keep
I
that.
came back at a weird time.
What happened?
What am I looking at in the picture? Is that bread?
Baking. It's
bread.
baking.
It's bread baking.
It looks good. I love bread.
I do too.
Bread makes you fat.
Is everyone here? Sorry about that.
I think,
Yeah.
yeah.
Yes.
Nick,
Okay.
you here?
1 second.
You see, I don't like the way that bread is
Why?
because it looks so nice, and now it's coming apart. Its innards, it's flying to the surface.
The bread gut.
It's got a nice crease in it. It's got good layers.
And
What?
it doesn't look the same anymore.
Can we stop
If you
doing
didn't-
bad British accents, please?
If you didn't put the
Never.
slice in it, then it would just like split and crack and look really ugly. The slice is so that it's controlled growing.
I don't enjoy any of that.
It's got good layers. It's got a nice bake. Don't eat that, Mary. It's raw.
Okay, Paul.
Ash, how do you feel about all of us butchering your accent?
I'm used to it.
Oh, he hasn't even heard me do it yet.
I watch enough American TV to know that you guys do
American
that a lot.
TV.
Okay, I will say in the most recent season of Doctor Who, there's an episode in which they are all in NASA, and it's very clear that all the people in the NASA building are British people doing American
Oh, yeah.
accents.
I know
and
what you're
they're
talking about.
so bad.
Howdy, partner.
Oh,
Yeah,
it's-
I was going for like a posh upper class accent for Alfie, and I was worried that I was butchering it terribly. But Ash sent me a
Oh, it's
very
fine.
nice note and said it was fine.
I just said I appreciate the accent. I don't get offended by things, and that in no way would offend anyone.
Awesome. Okay, so your last question was, did you know, or like basically stating straight up, she died of a drug overdose.
That we've heard. We've
Yeah.
heard.
We've heard. She says, yes, we've heard the same thing from our contacts in the police. Rather tragic business that. The odd thing, though, is from the autopsy reports, is it didn't appear to be any substance any recognizable substance, and we were concerned that perhaps she had gained it beyond the veil, as it were. And we are primarily interested in whoever sold this dangerous substance to our poor girl.
Well, do you have any leads on who that could be?
She nods and says, we are familiar with a nightclub by the name of Arcadia that we have been following up on recently, and we believe that whoever supplied Melissa may frequent there.
Pow again. Pow again. Wow, pow wow.
Pow wow, pow wow, pow wow. We just like, excuse us one moment, and we like hide behind the stacks.
I like that we just keep doing this, and then there's like, we can't carry on a conversation. I say one thing, and then they just go into a huddle.
So
She's very
basically,
polite. Also, if you guys want, like, you guys do have the echo, and you can, if you're in like close physical proximity, you can just talk to each other through that as well.
Oh, so all of us through the echo.
We're doing that. You can't see right now, but I'm dancing. All right, yeah. So in the echo, oh my
Yeah,
god.
what we do is we just stand there silently staring at her as we think to each other.
Is that because it's emotion based and like that kind of stuff? Like we can have a somewhat long conversation. It only takes like a few moments.
Yeah.
I think
Like the speed of thought, not the speed of voice.
Yes.
I think you get from Bishop kind of an unimpressed. Oh, they basically know everything we know, except for we have gone a step further and we have Copper Creek.
Yeah. Maybe we should have this person assassinate Glimwing.
Wow.
Wow. But that's not that's not all the way at the top. It sounds like Copper Creek is running.
I'm told that Glimwing is the only person who's actually giving it out. That no one else is allowed to sell it.
Yeah, but if you kill
Oh my god, guys! Idea. We can be the new seller.
No.
Just start dealing drugs.
I love
Well,
that
no.
every single one of Mouse's ideas involves like incredible amounts of criminal activity.
Maria's
Criminal.
wandered off.
They're a hacker.
Is that not clear yet?
I am not anti-crime. This is Acton, by the way, not Ash. I am not anti-crime, but I draw the line at dealing drugs.
No. We don't actually become the dealers. We become the new dealers who meet up with Copper, assassinate him too.
Oh, okay. So like you mean fake? Like we're undercut? Like I thought you meant you just want to take over.
No, drugs aren't cool.
Right. Well, I'm just double checking because
Are
you
you
said
sure?
that.
We should really check with Rebecca. Rebecca, are drugs cool?
Oh my god! One, yes, but two, like Bishop parties one time and you freak out. Her vice isn't drug use; it's just having a night off, a night on the town.
Partying.
Sometimes partying involves a little something. Sometimes it doesn't. Sometimes it's just a glass of wine and watching The Bachelor with your roommate and your cats.
I can say that you've never done that.
She just wants to get crunk, damn it.
Bishop has. Except she stopped watching The Bachelorette after Rachel Lindsay, so like we all did.
Guys, real quick. Sandra, you said Myri has wandered off. Is that true?
Yeah.
Okay, just
Was she
wandered
looking
off
at books?
into the library.
Yeah, she's just looking at books.
Okay, you start to hear a faint whispering coming from one of the stacks a few rows down.
Oh. No.
I go and explore.
Oh God.
Okay, you're getting closer to the whispering. It's getting a little clearer as you approach. It still just kind of sounds like it's not intelligible at all.
Okay, but am I able to sort of pinpoint the location?
Mm-hmm. And as you kind of come around, you find a row of books, and you find one that you think the whispering is coming from, just sitting on like what is it called? Like a lectern, one of those wooden things.
Oh no.
And it's got chains wrapped around it and a heavy padlock
Does
closing.
it appear to be made of some sort of strange leather?
The leather is
get
a
it.
little strange, yeah. Let's go with
Oh
that.
God.
So it's like in a cage?
Yeah. Or no, it's just wrapped in chains. that are
Okay, and
kind
it's
of
not
encasing it.
it's not a person or anything, right?
No, it's a book.
Oh, okay. I go and examine it.
I think I found a picture for you.
Is it the Monster Book of Monsters?
No, it is
Oh,
not the monster.
We're
Book
all
of Monsters.
picturing different movies because I was thinking, is there a black flame candle nearby? For
That's-
someone?
oh, we thought the same thing. Rebecca and I are the same wavelength.
Joke's on
That's
that
right.
candle. I'm not a virgin.
You do have a kid. You've had sex confirmed at least once.
Remember how that movie was for kids?
I don't. Yeah, it was actually. Now that I think about it.
Give me
okay.
a quick survey roll.
Oh my god.
And this is risky.
Oh man.
no.
Jeez.
Standard
Mm-hmm.
bonus dice. No.
Nope.
Alrighty, submit.
Hey.
5. Okay, not bad.
Hey.
Okay. So the result of that is, sorry, looking it up. 4-5 you do, but there's a consequence. Complication. Okay. Yeah, this book looks rather important. It's definitely magical. You can sense a sort of sapience or sentience behind it. And I'm going to start a clock for you.
Oh no.
You have this long until your mind is sucked into the book.
It's going to be called.
It's going to be like that episode of Fairly Odd Parents where we go through the books.
Ooh, deep cut.
Oh no.
I want that book.
It's called I
Wait,
Want
did you
That Book.
seriously- Do you seriously make a reference to Fairly Odd Parents, different books, when someone already posted a picture from the Page Master?
I'm sorry. That was before my time, most likely.
Oh man, how do you not know the Page Master?
Page Master's pretty great.
Page Master is amazing.
It's a fucking great movie.
It's before my time. Okay.
Horror is my spirit animal.
Before
as
my
you,
time.
as you study the outside of this book, you start to feel like maybe you want this book.
Oh.
God, Sandra, you good too.
Okay. I'm feeling like I want this book. I know at least I want to like touch it a little bit.
Oh no! Don't touch the book.
I wanna. It looks old, and there's nothing Myri likes more than the feeling of old leather.
Mhm.
Oh, stop!
Yes. So she's going to touch it.
I want to touch it.
She'll
Okay.
touch the spine, like run her finger down it.
Okay. Go ahead and give me. I guess this could be study or survey.
Okay. Any chance I get the +1 for researcher?
Yeah, sure. You
Oh,
are
cool.
dealing with arcane texts.
Okay, still risky.
Yeah, still risky.
Okay. 633.
Hey,
Woo!
Okay. Yeah, this is definitely a powerful magical book. It definitely has some sort of curse associated with it.
Curse?
Yeah, it's definitely cursed.
Oh, okay.
And
cursed with fun.
yeah, get the sense that it would be helpful in learning magic, but it would be the kind of magic that isn't very good for your, soul.
Okay.
Still
I
a
go-
good guy.
yeah. I'm gonna go look for an employee.
Okay. Let's cut back to the group real quick. So you guys have noticed, by the way, that Myri's wandered off, if you want to do anything about that. But I think you were still discussing... what were you... You were discussing so that they... the librarians know where Arcadia is, at least. And they know that
But
it's...
they don't know who. Wait, but they don't know who. Say we have Glimwing assassinated.
I feel like I don't know. That feels like a very big thing to order.
Yeah, I'm not entirely
fine
sure
with
about that.
Okay. You guys are kind of spinning wheels a little bit and talking, internally. She says, we were planning, I'm not sure if I should quite tell you this, but you seem like an honest lot. We were planning a sort of an expedition, let's call it, to this location, Arcadia, to see if we can't rustle up whoever may be behind this particular substance. A rather heavily armed expedition. If you would perhaps like to join us in that.
I don't know, you guys. I don't want to piss off anybody else. If we go with them.
Already gonna piss. No, I don't think we go with them. Oh no. But
We just-
listen,
Here's what Bishop will say. Bishop will say, I don't know that that's a good idea. It sounds like we want some of the same things, but we already have an employer. But perhaps we just agree to stay out of each other's way. And if we have any information for each other that we think is helpful, we share it, and then everybody wins. But we don't necessarily cross wires.
She nods and says, that sounds like a fair accord to me, and she sticks out her hand again for a shake.
Bishop's gonna reach for it to shake it, but like slowly enough or not to if they think this is a bad thing to shake on. Shaking hands. Okay, nobody jumped in to stop her, so we're just doing it. Okay, I hate
Again, she kind of
I
enthusiastically
hate making
grips your arm with both hands and shakes your entire being.
I hate making
Excellent,
this.
excellent. I'm glad we were able to come to terms.
Yes, quite is what Bishop will say, because she watches Downton Abbey.
I'm worried now.
I know. What clock did I just start?
Oh god.
Not one that you can see.
Dang it. I figured.
But
Oh.
yeah. Would you guys like to say anything else with Alfie, or are you going to excuse yourselves, or?
Bishop's
Sorry, guys,
gonna
I'm still
send.
here. I'm just checking something. Work things come up.
Okay.
Bishop's gonna send like a mental note to everybody. Like, should we tell her about Copper Creek?
Nope.
Oh no.
Okay.
No. We tell nothing
That she could take care of Copper Creek for. Okay.
We don't tell secrets.
We keep them.
Secret. I got a secret. Secret. I got a secret.
Okay.
Oh man.
Myri, you're able to find an employee. You find Delilah Witt again back at the information desk.
Oh, Delilah, hello.
Says, hello, how can I help you?
I found the most interesting book I've ever seen in my life. And I was wondering if you could maybe give me the history of the book. I just want to learn about it.
Okay. Sorry, just looking something out.
No worries.
She says, "Oh, of course, I'd be happy to help." And she gets up and follows you back to where you heard the book.
Alright.
And she says, "Oh, this one, yes. This is from our dangerous collection. We really should keep it somewhere more secure." She kind of frowns a bit, and she says, "This was memoir, The Betrayer of Dismay. It is a arcane tome that promises great power to its readers, but it has a certain malevolent sentience to it. It houses a spirit, a demon, and has command both for summoning additional demons, demons of power, of violence, of wrath, of rage, but all of the summoning instructions are twisted slightly. They give the impression that the user will be able to control these spirits, when in fact it is the user that will be enslaved to the will of the demon."
Wow. That sounds awful. I think it's probably in your best interest that you don't have it out like this. Mainly because it's like, how do I say this? It's calling to me, and I have this need to unleash it from its chains, if that makes any sense. And yeah. Actually, do you guys have a manager I can speak to?
This feels vaguely Fiora, and I love it.
She raises a single eyebrow and says, "I agree." And she kind of like, she kind of leaves for a minute and then comes back wearing like a pair of like heavy duty gloves, with like sigils and leather, with like sigils carved into the leather. And then she very carefully picks up the book and walks away with it.
All right. Ooh, where to go? I'm gonna follow her just to make sure that she's actually put away.
Okay. Yeah, you follow her through the stacks, and she finally comes to a room, a door that says, another pair of heavy oak doors that says, like, dangerous books section. And then she takes out kind of a heavy iron key from around her neck, a cord around her neck, unlocks the door, goes inside, and closes it behind her.
Can I follow her in?
She does not. She does not let you follow her in.
Connor, you just made it harder for us to sell that book. Mouse.
Mouse wanted that book.
Mouse needs that book.
He wants to sell drugs and be enslaved by demons. God, Mouse, get better hobbies. Alrighty. I'll wait for her to come out.
Okay.
And then mug her.
After a few minutes, she comes back out without the book, and locks the door again behind her, and says, "Is there
So,
yeah, go ahead."
so I'll ask her. I'll be like, so, is it an employees only kind of deal?
She nods and says, "This section is restricted to those of night level and above."
Oh wow. Where do you guys keep your applications? I'll totally.
Connor, you have to be a librarian to get in.
Oh yeah, I'll be a librarian.
That means you can't be a messenger.
What?
Yeah, that's how it works.
I like the idea that she still asks for applications. She says, "I believe." She says, "If you're interested in using our library, I think the Knight Commander would be willing to trade access to start with some of our lesser tomes in exchange for cooperation."
Yes, of course. Who? I technically didn't meet her. I kind of branched off from the group before we met Alfie.
Mhm.
So yeah, lead me to her. I'll be more than happy to introduce myself and let her know that I am one of the best map makers in the hamlet of Toronto. And yeah.
Okay.
I'm just bullshitting.
Yeah, it's fine. She leads you back to the group. Everyone, you see Myri come back as you're kind of
Myri?
finishing up your discussion with Alfie.
Myri's just gonna be like to Delilah. She's gonna say, "Is that Alfie?"
She kind of nods.
All right. Hello there. She goes to Alfie.
Says, "Oh, hello there. I didn't see you come. Are you with these others?"
Yes, I am. The gentleman over there with the goggles, that's my husband. I'm his wife, Myri. We're all together. I just have to say, your library is just a thing of beauty.
Oh, well, thank you very kindly. We are very proud of it.
And I would like access to it.
Jeez.
She nods and says, "We were just discussing that very matter.
Oh,
Unfortunately, we can't grant you access just yet. As we were discussing, trust must be earned."
Oh my God! With a collection like this, you have my.
Mhm. She says, "But if you were able to provide actionable intelligence, or the name or names on where we can locate whoever struck down Melissa Alcott, I believe something like that could be arranged."
She's going to turn her head to look at the three of them and then turn back to Alfie. Is that a question?
Mouse is just shaking their head back and forth rapidly.
Is that a question you asked them and they refused to answer?
I believe our accord was that we would stay out of each other's way for now, and if information became available, your team would consider divulging it.
Sorry, guys. Be right back.
Okay.
Well, is there something maybe I can help you with?
I think through the echo, I'm gonna say, Myri, not the time.
But, and I guess she'll say through the echo, but books. I'll tell them through the echo. They have an entire area of first items.
That sounds amazing, but not right now. Please, God, not right now.
I'll look at Alfie and I'll be like, "One moment, please. Let me go talk to." I'll join the huddle.
Okay.
What is going on here?
Can you guys hear me?
Yeah.
Mouse, you will answer
Nick?
Talking to you.
Why me? Mouse just frowns a little bit and says, "Made in agreement. We've set this." We have established our methods as being ones who find secrets but don't tell secrets.
Okay.
If we want to do a favor for them in order to gain access, that's different. But we're not going to tell them what we've discovered because that would violate the agreement that we made with the Illuminati.
Did we make an agreement with the Illuminati, or
Was I there when
did.
we made an agreement?
no? You
were not.
Okay.
Whoops.
I don't know about this agreement with the Illuminati. What
This
agreement
crew.
did we make?
We agreed that we would not tell the Illuminati secrets if we found them, but that we would still discover them, and that seemed to appease them.
And is the Illuminati threatening us? Way?
So I don't think they need to say it so much, but yeah.
So we're being blackmailed?
No.
I wouldn't say that.
Then, because I don't like what I'm hearing.
So real quick, Alfie will kind of clear her throat a little bit because she wants to actually make the offer and says, I've heard that your map makers are quite skilled in tactical planning and logistics. If you would perhaps be willing to look over our plans for an upcoming our upcoming operation at this night club, as they say, I think I could arrange at least for provisional access for you to our library.
Well, luckily for you, I happen to be one of the best map makers in Toronto. So,
Is anyone going to
yes.
stop Myri from doing this, or?
No, I'm gonna let her do her thing.
Yep.
Live your life.
Gonna stop her. We're all our own people.
Okay, excellent.
And I'm not going to stop her unless I feel like her life is being threatened.
To be fair, Bishop kind of did this thing to reduce heat earlier, so just like kind of
Yeah.
yeah. So I feel like it would be very hypocritical for Bishop to stop my
It
race.
seems a little bit more big. If you offer us like running of like documents and that kind of thing, this seems a little
Well, yeah.
higher.
Mhm.
I was just trying to open ourselves up to more jobs.
Okay, so we'll flash around this. Like, are you guys pretty much done talking to Alfie? Otherwise,
So
I think
Yeah.
so. I don't know that there's any more information we need.
okay,
But I do want to get back to that whole Illuminati thing because that sounds a little shady.
yeah,
okay.
you guys
That's
might want to
fine.
talk about that
We'll
at
go
some
back.
point. So how this will work is you guys say your goodbyes to Alfie. You guys can hang out and wait for Myri to finish up what she's going to do, if you want. But it'll take like a couple hours, pretty much, of her time.
Oh, Myri, do you just want to catch up with us later, or?
Yeah, I can do that.
Okay.
I'm going to stay with her. How long is she going to miss the Goblin Market?
If you guys, not necessarily, you guys can definitely wait.
Okay,
No,
'cause
Teddy, you can go.
because I'm having a
reaction to something, and I want to go wash my.
Oh, okay.
So I'll be right back, guys.
All right. Then I'm gonna go help him with that real quick.
Okay.
You sure?
Let's just do it. I just need to wash my.
All right. Well, I need to use the restroom. So if you want to switch to them, that's fine.
Okay. Well,
So actually, like while they're gone,
mhm.
I was dealing with some shit that happened at work. So like I was only half here and like for like the last good 20 minutes. What just happened? Tell me, just fill me in.
Myri's basically going to be working with the librarians, same with to working jobs for the Illuminati.
Okay.
So yeah, specifically what she's going to do is she's going to help them plan their excursion to Arcadia.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's not bad.
So,
I think we all need to have a serious discussion about what our policies are
okay.
once everyone gets back.
Yeah. We will wait for that, I think, because like the next thing you guys would do is probably the Goblin Market, right?
Right. Yeah.
Okay.
Eric, have you seen Troll Hunters
Troll Hunters.
on Netflix? Or have you read the book?
While we're waiting.
I don't think I have.
Okay. I just wanted to know if like this was like Troll Market out of that.
I was imagining it more like, I mean, you guys can imagine however you like, but if you've watched the second Hellboy movie,
Yes, yeah, it's exactly like that. Cool.
yeah, that's kind of what I had in mind about it. Doop, doop, doop. So why were you guys talking about hiding dead bodies?
Nick's being weird again.
What? Oh yeah, just being weird.
That explains it.
Nick said while everyone was like off and away, Nick was like, "Well, this is the part we'll probably cut out of any podcast. So if anyone wants to admit to killing someone and hiding the dead body 16 years ago, now's your chance." And then you came back and we could confess our sins.
Okay, cool.
I mean, what?
Good to know. No one admitted to killing a dead body and recording it.
Well, to be fair, you can't really kill a dead body. You're dead.
That is
People
very
die when they're
fair.
killed. Mouse does not need that book. I did it for you! Oh boy, good times.
I appreciate that joke, by the way, Eric. People die if they're killed.
Yeah,
Yes.
thank you. Good old memes.
I know all the memes.
Memes. Why am I so cold?
When my sister first found out about memes, she used to call them memes.
Mayonnaise.
Didn't we all?
Memes. A meme base.
Oh no! I found a place in my plastic windows where the plastic has been ripped. I bet a dog did this. Hold on.
Probably.
We're gonna re-plastic it up. They're coming back, right?
I think so. Like, I heard something about an allergic reaction, so I'm not 100% sure.
Yeah. I didn't know if that was just like when I'm around a cat, it's really.
What time are we stopping, by the way, guys?
Noon. So in half an
That doesn't
hour.
matter.
Okay.
When is that?
Half an hour?
Okay.
Put that there. Get some tape.
What are you doing, Rebecca?
I'm taping another piece of plastic over the plastic over my windows. I'm
Cool.
patching it up. Listen, I'm so cold all of the time. Ohio's not like Florida at all.
It's terrible.
Guys, it's really not even that cold here.
It's freezing. My apartment is freezing. It says 60, but the thermostat lies. All right, almost done.
It is
Looks-
47 degrees outside right now.
That's outside, not inside my brick apartment.
Isn't brick supposed to like retain heat or something?
It's really good in the summer when the brick warms up. God damn it, I missed a spot. I have to redo this. Yeah, when it's like heats up like an oven, but today is really gloomy and rainy and shitty. Was that Ed I heard?
Yeah, I returned.
Cool. Is Sandra
I
also here?
What?
No, I figured you'd enjoy this.
Nice. Sorry, what's the deal with Sandra, Edward?
She's just using the restroom.
Oh, okay. I'm sorry.
Oh,
I thought
okay.
she was.
No,
I heard allergies.
I was dying.
Oh, okay.
So I just
Well, I'm
went
glad
to
you're
the
not
shower.
dying.
I was in the shower for roughly 2 minutes,
Okay, fair enough.
and I washed my eyes out hard.
Mm-hmm.
That's what I miss.
Nothing.
Nothing. We're just hanging out.
Just to say, guys, I can't play next Saturday. I can next Saturday. But if you guys want to play without me, that's fine.
Well, I can't play on Sunday.
That's fine. So yeah, you can just go without me.
We could all. Yeah. Nick could also run Jorn.
Possibly.
I just feel bad.
It's okay.
Oh no, it's cool. I'm like, to be fair, it's me. I can't, like, we always play on a Saturday, but I'm getting drunk.
Ah,
To be fair, guys, when was the last time I was drunk?
This morning? I don't know.
you have
That's
played
the- no,
games
it's the
less
morning.
hungover lately.
Okay.
Right?
Rebecca, what is that?
I did
I've had-
dry January by accident.
While you were gone, I discovered that there was a hole in the window plastic keeping the heat in that I think a dog ripped, and so I patched it to the city.
Is
Nice.
that tape?
Yes, and plastic. Plastic
Nice.
wrap.
Why
Also,
didn't
I'm
you just
free-
use plastic wrap and a hairdryer?
It's plastic wrap, and then I taped the new plastic wrap to the old plastic wrap.
Ah, gotcha.
It's just hard to see. I'm free next weekend, but not the next weekend, and February's gonna be weird for me. It's gonna be bad, so we'll just have to see.
I'd say if we don't want to play without Ash and Nick doesn't want to run Jorn, I can run something.
Okay.
I need more playtesting, and so
We'll figure it out.
and of course, Ed and Sandra are able to join us if they want to.
For
Jorn.
oh, okay.
I believe it's pronounced Yorn.
Oh, sorry.
That sounded pretentious, but I'm pretty sure that's actually how to pronounce it.
Well, I don't know, because Nick's been pronouncing it John, so
I have never pronounced it Jorn
Hey Ash.
haven't you? Didn't you just say John?
because I was correcting you.
Oh, right. Yes,
Ash,
Ed.
have you been to Scotland?
Yes.
Is this an everyday occurrence where a man is out walking his haggis?
Yes. Yes, it is. But actually, it's slightly wrong because there is that woman next to him. She is in no way drunk.
His haggis.
You don't know that her face is blurry.
No, she's standing up. She's not drunk enough
Oh,
for a
fair.
Scottish person.
But apparently that is an actual picture, 1967, in Glasgow.
To be fair, it could also be in 2018 in Glasgow.
I don't doubt it. I'll take you to church to worship like a dog.
The shrine of my life.
Yeah, get on the game, Sandra.
All right.
I know. Are we?
Sandra, are you back?
What do we do?
But I have all these cats that I.
Sandra!
Sandra, we're waiting for you.
Yeah.
All right, Sandra, you need to do a thing.
One thing.
for the librarians. You're going to help them
Okay.
out, plan this thing.
That's so exciting.
All right. So I want you to give me
I'm still recording.
a study roll. You can add your +1 into it from research.
Yeah,
and
boy.
it'll be
Position?
controlled standard effect.
Awesome sauce. Pilot's party. 413.
413. Okay, not bad. Let's see. All right, you do have a base
She's gotten
consequence.
111 and told them that they're playing like squads.
Yeah.
Sorry, what?
Okay. Yeah. So you look over kind of the plans they've made. You can tell that they're planning on doing some sort of assault almost. It looks like on Arcadia, just like from like kind of the tactical layout that they give you, and just like they point out, like points where they'll be entering and things like that. You're not really sure when they're going to be doing it. But you are able to give them some helpful advice on it. And in return, they promise some provisional access to their library for you.
Okay.
And you are issued a library card.
I'm issued a library card?
Mm-hmm.
Is that what you said?
Yes.
Oh my goodness. Is my name on it?
Yes.
That's
A mystical library card. A
Mhm.
secret society library card.
This is so cool. Yeah, I help. Now when you say Arcadia, do you mean the club or the actual place that fairies are from?
The club,
Okay.
not the actual place fairies are from.
Okay, yeah, so I'll assist them to the best of my ability.
Mm-hmm.
I may drop a few knowledge nuggets about what I know about Arcadia.
Okay.
And
Nothing at all because you haven't been there.
Actually, Red Briar told me a couple of things.
Yeah. Also, you're a fairy in general, so you know some things. So you're able
Yeah.
to give them good advice. Okay. Fast forwarding on from that, you're all going to go down to the Goblin Market, I think, is your next stop. Is that right?
Goblin Market.
really quick, we need to have a discussion about our policies.
I am going to politely ask that you do that at a different time, just because we're a little crunched for time, and I'd like to get into this next thing. Sorry.
So are we all going to the Goblin
Yes.
Market?
Yep.
Oh, cool.
I do agree,
Is
Nick,
it-
that it's a good idea, and you guys should definitely do that. It's just...
We are crunched for time right now. It's fine.
Okay. Okay. So the Goblin Market is hidden in an obscure portion of the underground. After you get by kind of the initial barriers. Oh, and did you guys want Ramla to come with you since she's a fairy, or are you doing this by yourselves?
Well, someone's got to watch the baby.
Someone's got to watch the
Yeah.
baby. So that's what Ramla's doing. Okay. So you come to two heavy brass doors set into brickwork down in the underground. The entrance is carved, and the doors are actually laced with these pretty fanciful designs depicting strange, twisting creatures at every level of fairy society. At the bottom seems to be a group of half-formed toad-like people, laboring and holding up the upper echelons upon their backs. Next, there are creatures that look like people, but with strange features, naturalistic growths or odd disfigurements. They trade with one another, meet and negotiate, and arrange into a pike-wielding formations of soldiers. Finally, at the apex, where the two doors meet, sits the queen, a vision of tranquil beauty, attended and ringed by an adoring court. After knocking,
You're cutting in and out.
oh, am I?
Yeah.
Shit.
Yeah.
All right, I'm just gonna
Just a little.
I'm gonna
We
copy
can-
and paste this
Okay.
just in case you guys want to read it.
Oh, yay.
So you knock on the door a few times, and there's the sound of grinding machinery and brassworks as the heavy doors are wheeled open, revealing the vast bazaar beyond. The ceiling stretches upward in low arches, and brass lamps, twinkling fairy lights, and even a few strings of Christmas lights illuminate the marketplace before you. Braziers of incense bathe the entire chamber in a smoky, lavender-smelling haze. You smell the must of old books and the savory stench of strange meats being cooked. Everywhere are stalls, jammed together in twisting rows, selling nearly anything and everything you can think of. A rail-thin, rat-like creature mans a booth chock full of cell phones. Strange, plump carcasses hang from hooks around one stall. Occasionally, a similarly plump, pig-like goblin will take one down, preferring it to a potential client before slicing off a chunk with an almost comically oversized butcher knife. A small, reptilian woman scrabbles behind a short stall piled high with books, occasionally taking a volume down for the appraisal of a few hooded figures crowded around her stall. This is the Goblin Market.
Bishop immediately goes, "Oh, I love farmers markets."
In case I was cutting in and out, here's the text.
Thank you.
I
Ooh,
love
yeah.
goblins.
Okay, yeah.
I want to make friends with every goblin I see.
I think Bishop is just like trailing behind Mouse, just kind of like picking things up and like, oh, look at this one. Oh, look at this. She's not actually buying anything, but she's browsing. She is totally enamored.
Mm-hmm. As you do that, like occasionally, the goblins running the stalls will like kind of like squawk in like a guttural language at you, like.
Whoop. Sorry, so sorry. She'll put her hands in her pockets and not touch anything. Okay, unless we see some, fresh like vegetables or something, I'm gonna buy some, take home.
Even that, maybe don't eat those. We know what happens when people eat things that aren't.
Yeah.
Yeah. Don't. No.
Okay.
It's not people
I'm
food.
gonna turn to Myri. I'm gonna say, "Hey, Myri. Hey, dear.
Yes, darling.
Is Goblin a single language or is it a collection of languages?
Do I know the answer to that?
Yes, it is a single language with a wide variety of dialects.
It is a single language with a wide variety of dialects.
Fantastic. I'm going to go see if I can find a universal.
Oh,
A translator. Okay.
good idea.
Can I look around while I'm browsing
Mm-hmm.
Copper Creek?
Sure. Give me a quick survey roll there, Stephen and Bishop. Two separate ones, because you're looking for two separate things.
Oh yeah, 0 dice."
Controlled.
Controlled, yeah.
Okay. Controlled standard. Okay.
Are you helping me, Sandra? Looking for a universal translator?
Sandra's helping me.
Okay. She takes the stress
So
and
what-
you get an extra die,
Awesome.
so which is 1 die. 2.
Yeah.
I got a 4.
2. I got a 2.
Okay. Go ahead and let's do this. I'm going to start a clock for you.
Oh no.
No, this
It's always
is
a bad sign.
this is for Stephen, and it's not a bad thing.
Okay.
It's
Not
just
always
it's going
bad.
to be a long-term project, like translator. And that'll get you 1 tick on it. You don't just find like a straight-up universal translator. You find like some basically like phrase books written in Goblin that might help you to build a universal translator at some point.
Interesting. Okay. How big is this clock?
It's on your sheet. I set it to
Oh,
6.
is it? Okay. I see it. Okay.
I
Mhm.
goblins.
Clocks?
Goblins.
Oh.
Nick, are you saying something?
Goblins. They look so trustworthy.
Okay.
You cut in, so all we got was I, love, and then
Goblins.
silence, and then goblins are so trustworthy.
Oh, that's it. You got the gist.
Okay. Cool. Do.
Ash and I appear to be amusing each other.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. That sounded very sexual. I dig it.
God.
Okay. Yeah. So Bishop, as you wind your way through the stalls, vendors kind of cry out at you, hawking their wares. You think you might get lost for a moment when at last you spot him. You see a rather dour-looking elf nursing a bottle of what might be scotch in front of a cramped stall manned by a toad-looking goblin. The goblin occasionally harangues his sole customer in a strange, hiccuping, croaking language, but the elf brushes him off. You can see immediately why they call him Copper Creek. He wears tattered finery, but his white, almost translucent skin is traced all over with thin lines of copper-like wiring. The lower half of his face and jaw is covered by a coppery mask twisted into a permanent grimace.
I wonder who that.
Comatone.
I think Bishop kind of just like sends like an echo message to whoever's nearby.
I believe I'm nearby, aren't I? You said you were walking with me.
Yeah, but I've been like
Okay.
wandering around looking, this guy. So she just says like, "Got him," and she will take a seat next to him and be like, "I'll have a what's a drink? Name a drink, anyone. I'll have a Cosmo. If you have any," and she'll just like sit down next to him and just kind of like order a drink and see if she can order a drink in English.
Okay. As you approach, you see Copper Creek kind of like clocks you after a minute and like reaches into his coat real quick. But after you just sit down and order a drink, he just kind of like slowly pulls it back out, like holding nothing.
Oh shit.
But definitely kind of spooked him a bit there. The goblin says, and then
Oh my god.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
takes out a glass and mixes you a very nice cosmopolitan.
Oh, thank you so much. I will put money, Canadian dollars on them, and just kind of look skeptically, like, do they take human money? They're in Toronto, like they have to have
Are they in Toronto though?
They're beneath Toronto.
I will offer human dollars.
Okay.
And see what happens.
Do you just kind of like hold out some Canadian dollars to him?
Yeah, whatever I think like a Cosmo would
Okay.
be.
He like carefully with like kind of webbed like frog hands that are very sticky, like takes a few of them from you.
Okay, and I add another one as like the tip. I leave another on the bar.
Okay.
And then I'll sip my Cosmo and I'll look and at Copper Creek and be like, "Oh, do you come here often? This is my first time here."
Come here often.
Come here often.
He kind of like looks you over a bit and says, and then like kind of like half laughs, like, "Yeah, you're funny," and then takes another drink from his scotch.
Thanks. She's gonna like casually look around to see. She's say, "Do you?" Oh god, this is so risky. She's gonna. Do you you have any cool places to party around here? Any way to score a a good time?
He kind of, well, actually, give me a consort roll.
Are you guys there?
Yep. Consort check. Okay.
This goes sour.
Hello.
Rebecca?
I think I got kicked out of voice chat at the exact wrong
Oh.
time.
That's okay.
You've got a consort
Yeah.
check.
Risky. Standard effect.
Can you hear us?
Hello, 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 hello.
Hello. Hello, Governor.
Hi, I'm here.
Can you hear us?
Sorry. Yes, now I can hear
Okay.
you.
Okay.
I like cut out the exact wrong time because I just kept talking and no one was responding, and I'm like,
You,
oh god.
you have a consort check.
Oh, okay. Oh, yay. Okay. Let me pull this back up. Consort check. Is this risky?
Yeah,
I'm
this
guessing.
is risky.
Yeah.
Standard effect.
And submit. And bonus die 0. Submit. Please, please, please. Well.
Comma. Oh, fuck.
Cope.
Well, you didn't
It's
get
a 3 and a 1. So,
Okay.
yep. My dice curse is back, it seems.
So you remember you can resist this.
I think, okay. Do I resist after,
after I
you
tell
me
you
what
what
happens?
what the consequence would be, you tell me whether or not you resist. As
Okay.
soon as you say that, he's going to reach back into his coat, pull out a knife, and hold it to your throat.
Jeebus, just out here in public?
Yep.
Yeah, I think I want to try and resist. I want to try and like grab his hand the second it comes out and like pin it to the table.
Sounds good.
How do I do that again?
Wait, sorry. What did he do?
He,
Hang on, I had you guys just let this play out.
okay. Go ahead and roll prowess, which you have 2 in.
Oh. Okay. Prowess. No bonus die.
Nope.
Just submit. Please, 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 please. 2, 6 stress minus
4 stress.
2, so 4. 2, 3, 4. Okay. I'm a little stressed, y'all.
Immediately when this happens, I think Mouse speaks through the echo and says, Acton, now's your chance to act.
Yeah. So, like, I was gonna say, like, so I wanted to flash back before this because as soon as they get to Troll, like, shut up. As soon as we get to like Troll Market and everyone goes their own way, the only thing that Acton does is he keeps tabs on Bishop.
Okay.
So like his thing is sort of it's in a sort of way of making up to her for the fact that he completely fucked up in the last go round. But he sees himself as the protector of the group.
Mhm.
And if she's the one looking for this person, he's gonna stick close by. So with all the cutting out, I missed what just happened there. Like, what did he pull out?
So here's what happened. So I'll say you were kind of shadowing Bishop at this time, and from your ability, it won't cost you anything to flashback to get there. Bishop asked, "Do you know where I can part? Do you know where a good place to party is, where I could get some drugs effectively?" And as soon as she said that, he reached into his coat, pulled out a knife, and tried to hold it up to her throat, but she grabbed his wrist, turned it, and slammed his hand into the bar.
Okay. Okay. So Acton's response would be, as she slams his hand down into the bar, he's gonna like come up behind the guy, grab him by the head, and like slam his head down to the bar as well.
Nice.
So his hand, like, so she's got his hand, he's got his head, and he's like pressing his head down into the bar, and he just says, "The lady asked you a question."
Just call the motherfucker.
That is some.
The lady asked you a question, motherfucker.
Okay.
There we go.
Do I need to roll?
Yeah. Go ahead and roll
Skirmish?
skirmish for me. Yeah.
Thank God for that.
This is still risky.
Yeah, risky, and what's the effect?
Standard effect.
All right. Well, I'll take. I think I take limited because I've still got less effect.
because
Wound.
your arm still
Oh.
hurts. So yeah, lesser effect.
Yeah. No bonus die.
Whoa.
6.
Okay.
Nice.
Very
Wow.
And from doing that, is it on Bishop's sheet? Yes. Let's fill in, if you guys are both okay with it, let's fill in 1 pie of the Acton escalate things so
Ow.
quickly clock. Are you guys?
Do I tap
yeah,
that?
yeah. If you guys accept that is something that might make Bishop feel better about Acton.
Whoops.
Can I add that? I'm going to add that clock to my thing
Sure.
as well. I don't have. So what? How many
It's
things
8.
is it? Oh Jesus!
Mhm.
And what was it called?
Escalate things so quickly.
Now, really
Yeah,
quick,
I think that's good.
I think the moment that Acton slams this guy's head down on the table and asks that question, approaches and immediately pulls out their pulls out the whisper box, put it on the table in the group, and just looks at him and says, "We have questions."
That's nice.
Nice.
You don't need a roll for that, but that's a very good idea. But
Oh.
mark it on your load.
What a good moment.
Here's what happened. The goblin immediately starts croaking and bellowing, kind of in almost a panic, and looks around and sees that no one can hear him, and then just ducks under the bar.
Oh! Can I use my new books that I found to see if I can find how to say please calm down so everything's gonna be fine in Goblin?
Sure. Give me a study check.
It's a very
I have-
specific phrase in that book.
You know, what difficulty is this?
It's this will be controlled because
Risky, probably.
yeah.
Controlled? Okay. No one can help me because it's just one book. Okay.
Oh boy.
Nope, I didn't do it, guys. Things went poorly.
What did you say about my mother?
Well, it's controlled, so all that means is you falter, meaning you can keep doing this or you can back out of it.
It's not like he's going to attack you. We've got him.
Yeah,
pinned.
I think we're
Yeah.
okay.
Okay, so just drop it? Or
Yeah, I
try
would just
again?
drop it unless this goblin bartender starts
Oh,
attacking
I'm
us,
gonna-
and then maybe
yeah.
try again.
I'm going to withdraw and try different.
Okay. Cool. All right. Copper Creek kind of growls out at you. What do you want?
Tell us what happened to Melissa Alcott.
Never heard that name before in my life.
Liar.
Can I say I pressed down on his head a little harder?
Sure, he says, "Ow, ow! I'm telling the truth. God damn it! I don't even fucking sell that stuff anymore."
What? Why not? That wasn't the answer I was expecting.
He kind of glares at you and says, "Wait a minute. You're not with Oakenheart, are you?"
Maybe we are, maybe we aren't.
He says, you would have just killed me.
But in case we aren't, who's Oakenheart?
Yes, thank you, Mouse.
He kind of says through gritted teeth, and he says, "Man that stole my fucking life."
Oh.
Oh. He stole your business? Your drug business?
Yeah. You think I would just be here, this fucking bar, just hiding out day in, day out, hoping that this very thing doesn't happen to me if I was still on top of the world?
I don't know what your bar preferences are. I mean, presumably Arcadia, but here. What? Anyway, off topic. What?
Where do we find Oakenheart?
He says, "I don't know."
Is he the one selling to humans?
I don't know. Probably. He's the only one selling it all.
Can I want to grab with my other hand, grab him by the collar raise him up, and then slam his head back down on the thing, and just get him to answer properly. I have the violent of the group. It's legitimately the only way I get XP.
Okay, give me wreck.
Oh, happy wreck.
I think it's wreck.
Risky, controlled, desperate.
I think it's still controlled. I think it's controlled at this point because you're just.
And then limited
Yeah.
effect. We're near the end of the day, so I'm going to take 2 stress and push myself.
Okay.
How many stress do you got?
I have 1 left.
Mother. Okay.
4.
4.
So annoyingly, I shouldn't have taken that stress because I would have got 4 anyway.
Let me see real quick what he knows about. Says okay. I know where stash houses are. I know where he makes the stuff. I can tell you where it's made.
Everything.
Say again.
Could I
Thing.
You keep cutting out, Nick, if you're talking.
I'm sorry. Oh, what the hell? Let me log out really quick and come back in. All right, is it better?
That's better.
Yeah.
When he says, "I know this thing and I know that thing," I think Mouse glances up at Acton and then glances back down at this guy and says, "You're gonna tell us everything."
Okay. I don't like Oakenheart. Okay, I'll tell you what you want to know. Just maybe stop hitting my head.
Acton, let him sit up.
Actor just goes, "That's fair," and then so lets him up, but he keeps he like the hand that you've got pinned to the table. He grabs, and then he grabs the other guy's hand and he keeps it behind his back so he can't move. It doesn't have any leverage.
We're in a public space, aren't we?
Yeah, but the whisper
Yes,
box is
no, I don't-
keeping the
I don't care.
situation quiet.
Yeah, we should just crowd around him so we can't see that we're bullying this guy. But Bishop's gonna take a sip of her Cosmo and just say, "Yes, go on, tell us everything."
Real quick, Myri, can I get a survey check from you?
Yeah, sure. One second.
Does the whisper box affect our talking between each other in the head
No.
thing?
Okay.
Thank you. I don't know why I could not get that word.
What's the position?
Position is risky.
What's risky? Standard.
Okay.
Ah. Sorry.
Yay!
I love seeing the little animations come up. I'm sorry. I'm trying to...
They're pretty good. So, Myri, as this is going on, I think maybe you're keeping a lookout on things, just making sure no one's interfering in this situation. When you notice several people decked out in bulletproof vests, balaclavas, with some machine guns, moving rapidly through the market towards where you all are.
Oh.
Shit.
The Russians.
Oh no.
Steven next to me.
Sure, Steven can be next to you.
I aggressively poke your shoulder.
I'm still looking at my guidebook. Not now.
I like that we can all talk to each other in the echo, and yet you're poking him in the shoulder.
You guys aren't used to it yet.
I'll be like, you need to turn around now.
What is? Do I just see it?
Yeah,
She's pointing it
exactly.
out, or so I go. What is? Oh. And then in the echo, I'm gonna say, "We need to leave now."
And that's where we'll end the session.
Ah!
Oh man!
I'm gonna get us out of here.
I'm gonna shoot something.
No.
Rebecca, I'm definitely going to choose something.
All right. So that was.
Actually, be necessary.
I know that was a lot of talking, and I hope you guys had fun
No,
with
I
it.
liked it.
I did.
Man, good thing we didn't send the librarian after this dude because he is not the dude.
Yes, we found him and we killed him, but that didn't really change anything.
So XP.
Yeah, let's do XP
Run off.
because it is the end of a session.
Yeah, and we should try and do it after.
I know how to do things. All right, let's start with the crew this time so I
Excellent.
remember it. So acquire a new asset, contact resource intel. Yeah, you guys definitely did that.
Yes. Actually, I think we did that twice because we both have a new contact with the
Librarians.
and then Mallory also has the library
Yeah,
card now.
and you also talk to this guy, and he's kind of a contact.
Yeah.
Contend with challenges above your current station.
I don't think
I don't
so.
know if we did that one.
Bolster your crew's reputation or develop a new one.
I think we did that.
Maybe with the library?
Well, I think we created a new reputation with the librarians.
Yeah,
I don't think so.
In that we went from no reputation to some reputation.
I think we're handling this this situation, but I think both situations we handled pretty subtly. We're handling it with savvy.
okay, I'll take one from that. And express the goals, drives, inner conflict, or essential nature of the crew.
Yeah, I think we did it a couple of times actually. Because I know that I did mine by invoking my relationship with Myri to because to Steven at least, Myri comes first before the crew.
Yeah,
Aw.
so definitely one from
And then I think
oh, sorry. What were you gonna say?
Mouse and Bishop are really pissed at Acton. Which
Yeah, I was gonna say that plus Mouse is spending all that time and effort to get new vehicles for the crew.
Okay. So not an advancement yet, but you guys did get pretty far on that. That's the crew XP done.
Yeah, boy.
Let's
Library
work
card.
through it real quick here. Bishop.
Before you forget, intimacy.
Oh, intimacy. At the end of each session. Yeah.
Yep.
Thank you. So you guys are back up to
Back up to
3.
3 guys.
Nice.
Bishop. Each time you roll a desperate action, blah blah blah. At the end of each session.
No desperate actions. Did I address a challenge using speed? Using speed, foresight, or just in the nick of time? I don't know.
I would take an argument that you addressed the thing with Copper Creek with speed, because you guys did go very fast through that.
I didn't waste any time. Okay. Thank you for marking that. I expressed my beliefs, drives, heritage, or background. I think I kind of did that when I said I would like to leave our situation with the librarians open. I don't want to close any doors, but I don't want to close and leave us open to getting a job from them.
That's true. One from that, definitely.
Bishop wants to open all the doors and close none of them.
None of the doors. All the doors open. All the jobs for us. I don't know that I struggled with issues from my. I did struggle with issues from my trauma. With Acton.
Okay.
Although we resolved it a little bit. We're an eighth of the way there. We'll get there, buddy. We'll be friends again.
We'll get there.
And you can I put those 3 in playbook advancement, but you can put them anywhere you like, by the way.
Okay. Yeah. Thank you. It's hard to do on an iPad
Okay.
because my fingies are too big.
So Stephen.
Yes.
Our next view, when you address challenges in tinkering, mechanical ingenuity, or artifice magic. I would say working on the universal translator at least counts for one of those.
Okay.
That's going to be so useful.
Expressing my beliefs, drives, heritage, or background. I think I did it a couple
Yeah,
of times.
definitely. So that's another 2.
and struggle with issues from vices or traumas. I don't have any vices or traumas,
Yeah, you're kind of fine.
but I did struggle with issues.
Yeah, not this game at least. So
That's fair. That's fair.
there you go.
Actually, I think that's gonna give me.
What the fuck?
I'm gonna level in prowess.
Okay, sounds good.
What do you think I should put it in, guys? Finesse. I could do finesse up to 3, or I could get the first point of prowl, skirmish, or wreck. What do you think?
Both are good options.
Say that again.
Sorry, what do you think?
I'm sorry, what?
Finesse, prowl, skirmish, or wreck.
Finesse.
Finesse. Okay, so I'll have 3 finesse. I am very finesseful.
Finesse some shit. All right, Acton. Earn XP when you address a challenge using flash style and a little bit of the old ultraviolence. Definitely did that a couple times.
Yeah. Yay.
Um,
That's it. I already looked. I didn't express my beliefs, drives, heritage, or background at all. Struggle with issues with not my vice, but I guess my relationship with Rebecca. Bishop.
at least one from that.
And
Yeah.
come on.
Oh, and
Yeah.
Mouse. Yay! Playbook advancement. I forgot what that means. I could do.
That means you get a new
You get-
special ability.
Oh, a new special ability. Ooh, fuck. I might take sharing and see what you guys have got because I might choose one of yours.
Okay.
I'll ruminate.
Sounds good. For Mouse, XP when you address a challenge with tech.
Before we do this, am I able to put these experience in insight, prowess, and resolve, or does it have to go into the playbook
Any of them.
advancement? Okay,
Yeah.
cool. Mark it down here, and I'll decide where to put them.
Earn XP when you address a challenge with technological aptitude or technical fitness. Finesse.
I did that
Yeah,
quite a bit
you
of
did.
times.
Especially during your downtime. So that's 2.
Yep.
Am I marking these for you?
I'm gonna decide where to put them afterwards. I'm just marking them on a piece of paper
Sounds good.
for now.
Yeah, I might move mine from playbook advancement to one of the others. I just haven't decided where I'm going
That's
to go yet.
Express your beliefs, drives, heritage, or background.
I think beliefs I definitely expressed pretty loudly.
Yeah, I'd say so. That's at least 1.
And then background, I think Mouse suggested some things that were pretty unsavory.
Yeah, that does kind of link to their background, so that'll be 2.
Yeah.
Struggle with issues from vice or relationships.
Not vice, but definitely relationship with
So that's at
Acton.
least 1. Okay. And
Now where to put them?
Myri. Earn XP when you address a challenge using planning, investigation, or research. You definitely did that at least twice.
Okay.
So that's 2 more. I'll mark these for you in the playbook advancement, but they can go anywhere.
All right. Do I just put them anywhere?
Yeah.
Okay.
You express your beliefs, drives, heritage, or background. Do you feel like you did that? Sandra?
The paddle.
But yeah, Rebecca, I think I might actually be able to,
Oh,
you know.
I have
Eric, we
3
can't hear you.
prowess.
Oh, you do?
Two
Okay.
finesse.
We are equally good. Oh, you have 3 prowess and 2 finesse?
Yeah.
Then I'm a better driver.
For now, I'll fight you.
Eric, can you hear us?
I can hear you now.
Oh, now we can hear you. All right.
Yeah. Whatever you had said, we didn't hear any of
Oh,
it.
sorry. The question is, do you feel like you expressed your Myri's beliefs, drives, heritage, or background during this session?
Yeah, I think so.
The
Especially
library
with-
stuff.
with the library when Mouse is like, yeah, we're kind of not gonna do it because of the Illuminati, and she's like, that sounds like really shady business and not something we should be part of.
Okay.
And obviously next session when we're able to elaborate on it, it's probably gonna be a bit of an argument.
Okay. So that'll be 1 from that.
All right. So what happens when the entire bar is filled?
So when the entire insight bar fills, it empties again, and you can put 1 point in any of the 4 actions.
Ooh, let's do study.
Okay.
3 study.
Very nice. And then struggling with issues from your vice or relationship during this session. Do you feel like you did that at all?
I'm sorry, you broke up again. I didn't get any of that.
Struggled with issues from vice or relationship.
No, not really.
Okay. Sounds good. All right.
Before you guys go, can you guys just do me a favor and your special abilities? Can you just press like the bell next to them so I know what you guys have got?
The bell next to
Thank
them?
you.
Oh.
Yes, there's on your sheet, like when you click them, there's a bell underneath it.
Oh, cool.
Oh, thank you. Eric's got it. Thank you.
Thanks.
Magician is awesome.
Also, I put my 3 into what's that called? Prowess, so I could put another one in finesse. So that now I'm still the better driver.
What I'm going to say,
What about
real quick, Ash, just to let you know, I'm going to say you're not able to get Bishop's special ability right now because there's no way she
no, I don't want doors to doors anyway.
Okay.
No,
No,
it's
but
my
like
secret.
but you also have medic, don't you?
Did that one
you-
not go?
I
Sorry.
didn't see it.
Whoops. I tried. Ugh,
You got
God.
it.
Did that go?
I don't know if I'm gonna pick no, but it's fine. You did it earlier in
There
the
we go.
day.
Medic is good. Doors to doors is also pretty good.
You
Yeah,
can't
but-
have it. It's mine.
I'm not taking that. I might not take any of these. I don't know, but like, just,
Well,
just
isn't
like
it
that.
just is it you just gain someone's ability, or is it you can
Choose an
use
ability of one other crew member. You may use that ability as if it were your own.
The one that makes sense would be medic, or
Yeah,
like researcher or cracker.
he's not so much of a researcher, but I think maybe medic because he'd have training
Mhm.
already. But I don't know. Like, do trolls and stuff count in the Fae? Do they count as the supernatural?
Yeah, definitely.
Cool. So I might just take battle magic, which is like gain potency when fighting against the supernatural.
That would definitely help you out.
Yeah, but I also like bodyguard, which is when you protect a teammate, you take 1d to your resistance
Mhm.
roll. You may
Oh.
always spend intimacy to re-roll this. Like that sounds pretty good though. That sounds him. I don't know. There's so much. There's one if someone sees me doing something illegal, I could charm them out of it, and I get an extra extra dice. And I was like, well, that's happening quite a lot at the moment.
That actually seems like a really good one for you to have.
Yeah. So I don't know. I'll pick.
All right.
All right.
This was fun, though.
Thank you
I
very
hope
much,
you had a good time.
guys.
As always, I'm open to feedback. But yeah, I'll talk to you guys later.
Talk to you later.
Talk to you later,
Can
man.
you put the link back in for where we upload
Yes,
these
I will.
to?
Okay, I'm
Thank you.
ending my reporting.
I think last time I already pinned it.
Yeah, it's pinned.
Oh,
That's
yeah.
how I got it.
Brilliant. Thanks, guys.
Bye, y'all.
Bye.